What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 5TS Chapter 86 Fully Upgraded Konoha Crash Plan for Customization. Previous chapter. Next chapter advertisement, it. You want to fight me? Uchiha Madara's purple samsara eyes shot hooks with terrifying light, put down his hands on his chest, and moved his neck, obviously very interested in fighting with Uchiha Ran. I really want to fight with you. Uchiha Ran smiled and said, although you are in a state of reincarnation, if I guess correctly, you can still use the power of the first generation. Obvious. Uchiha Madara pointed to his reincarnation eye. It is precisely because the body of reincarnation has his own strength and a sufficient amount of chara that he can open the eyes of reincarnation again, but when he is resurrected, these eyes of reincarnation will disappear. I just want to verify the power of my Mangekyo Sharingan, Madara, you are definitely a good whetstone. Uchiha Ran said seriously. Whetstone? Uchiha Madara also laughed, but her voice was cold. You are not afraid to grind your own knife. No, I have no conflict of interest with you, on the contrary, I can help you a lot, you would not do such a thing. Maybe, do I need to use the power of Samsara Eye? Sure enough, it is Madara who is quite Tsunere. One step at a time, and finally to the eternal Mangekyo. Come here. 11 Wait a moment. Well, wait until Sasuke and Gaara's fight is over. Uchiha Ran looked away, looking at the live broadcast room. The light, 9 Sanshi, ring of Urzuzi's own pretense will definitely be slapped in the face, and it worked successfully. After the rhetoric, he was a little stretched against Gaara who became the perfect Jinchuriki. After the dangerous slashing at Sharon, he was at a disadvantage, and was beaten all the time, and he didn't even have the ability to make the opponent move. Damn it. Sasuke secretly hated that Lori later pressed Gaara all the way. He practiced with Kakashi for more than half a month, and his speed was catching up with Luo Li in normal state. Why would he be suppressed when he also faced Gaara? In front of my eyes, you won't win. Sasuke instantly turns on 3 Tomo Sharingan. The improved pupil power boosted his observation power to the extreme. Finally, people found an opportunity to counterattack. The art of Shadow Clone, the art of Great Fireball. Sasuke cut 3 Shadow Clone, together with the main body, a total of 4, and performed the Great Fireball technique at the same time. Continuous sand and rain. Gaara remains unhurried. With the dense rain of sand bullets, the 4 Great Fireballs were quickly wiped out. For a time, smoke filled the air. Just then, Uchiha Sasuke shouted, Fire style, go out, 99. The Uchiha family is exclusive to the B-level fire style. Sasuke Master used to be but not used because chara was not enough. But after owning 3 Tomo Sharingan, I have this confidence. Advertisement in an instant, a flame like lake water swept through it. Seeing this, Gaara responded very quickly. Instead of enjoying the passive defense left by her mother, she also mobilized Shirella to form a ball of sand around her body. Boom! 9. The flames hit the sphere wave after wave like waves. Depending on the situation, it can't be beat. Sasuke snorted coldly when he saw this scene, his body turned flexibly in midair, and landed on the wall next to him. Then, his hands quickly formed a seal, lightning-style rough bird. Hoo cha cha, a violent blue lightning bolt burst from Sasuke's left hand. Hearing the sound of the birds chirping in unison, it was piercing and noisy, resounding throughout the arena. This is, countless people stared. Uchiha Madara raised his eyebrows slightly, it looks a little bit like. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Fugaku. It's a difficult bird. At Hitaki Kakashi, Sasuke are your disciples? Hitaki Kakashi. Well, whether it's for Obito or Sharingan, it's the best choice for me to take him. Just when I asked about Chara's attributes, I taught him. Closing parenthesis. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Fugaku. As a father, I still want to say thank you for giving him the unique skills you created. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Sakumo. Lightning style ninjutsu developed by Kakashi himself. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. Yeah, it's not bad, right? Open black lens bracket Hitaki Sakumo. It's really good. How is Hitaki's swordsmanship? Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Obito. After he got my Sharingan, he completely abandoned Hitaki swordsmanship. Gloat close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. Obito, you. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Obito. Misunderstanding. I didn't forgive you, but I'll find a way to resurrect Lin. Then you, the murderer, will definitely not be able to pursue her. You will see us happy. This is your punishment. As for the teacher and the wife and here in Naruto, I will find a way to make up for it myself. Closing parenthesis. Hitaki Kakashi. This. Obito, you and I are both uncles in our 30s, and Renji is 13. Uchiha Obito. Ha ha ha, Obito died 12 years ago, and the one who lives after that is a Fae. When Lin is resurrected, Obito will be resurrected. Quote. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. I'm just kidding myself. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Sakumo. Kakashi. White Fang name taboo. Hitaki swordsmanship, you abandoned it. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. Sorry father, after you committed suicide, I hated swordsmanship, so.
Hatake Tsukumo. That's it, that's all, I was cowardly at the time, but if you can, remember to pass on my swordsmanship. Quote.
Mother-in-law Yandai. Damn, it's White Fang, your domineering swordsmanship has been inherited very well.
Open black lens bracket Hatake Tsukumo. Who? Uchiha ran. Senior White Fang is the junior. In order to get this inheritance, I personally wrote a classic Beyond the Heaven of Intimacy for Kakashi. Closing parenthesis.
Hitaki Kakashi. 5th generation, the latter half of the sentence can actually go without saying. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Tsukumo. I just read it while chatting, so what heaven seems to be a color book created by Jiraiya. So Kakashi betrayed White Fang's swordsmanship just to read this?
Hatake Kakashi. Actually, 5th generation is very talented and can carry forward this swordsmanship. Father, you must believe me. Quote.
Jiraiya. At Uchiha ran, what a big tone of little brother and brother, beyond the classics of my book. I don't believe it. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. Ask Kakashi. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. Ah, this. Ahem. Jiraiya-sama, you have to accept the fact that there are heavens in this world. Jiraiya. You actually agree with the younger brother's statement? I don't believe it, unless I see it with my own eyes. Advertisement, Onogi. My dear, this old man almost lost his youthful waist. If this book is not published for everyone to see, it's impossible to justify it. Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. Is there ever a time when you want to agree with you immortal? Killer B. Ming, Zalba also wants to see it. 8 Yuki. Shut up, you have lost all your face. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. Is this the reason for your crooked buildings? Close black lens bracket. Poor Zuzi wanted to pretend to be coercive, but he started and disappeared.
Fortunately, his father loves him. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Fugaku. Kakashi, how long did it take you to learn this trick? Close black lens bracket. Hatake Kakashi. 7 days. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Fugaku. Late. It's not bad, but it didn't embarrass me. Quote. Sasuke didn't know if he saw it or not, so he didn't speak in the live room.
But look at the arc of his mouth that can't be concealed. I always felt like I saw it. Not easy, but the next moment, his smile froze. Just because he stabbed around the bird with his hand, even with the acceleration of gravity, it only broke the surface of the ball around Gaara's body, and did not completely pierce it. The reason is that Gaara has the power of sealing in the sand. This is the exclusive power of Shuhei, sand waterfall. An indifferent voice sounded from the sandball. Everyone saw that a large amount of sand was drilled into the pothole created by Naruto next to it, shot straight into the sky, and then dispersed, turning into a light curtain of sand, covering the entire arena. Hey, is this the perfect Jinchuriki? There are many ninjas who know how to do it. Looking at the commoners, I don't understand, but I just think it's worth the fare. Quicksand waterfall. A voice sounded. Everyone saw that countless sands began to gather, turning into a torrent, and accurately attacking Sasuke. Seeing this scene, Kakashi's expression changed slightly, his eyes swept across the arena, and soon he saw a floating eye. Obviously, this is the basis for Gaara to know the outside world even in the sand. Looking at this situation, Uchiha Sasuke is sure to lose. Pure Land. Uchiha Makoto whispered. Fugaku. I'm very satisfied. Uchiha Fugaku folded his arms and said, Sasuke lost us at the age of 7, and it's good to have such strength without our teaching.
The opponent, after all, is Jinchuriki. But at this moment, Sasuke's voice resounded throughout the audience. Fire-style Great Dragon Fire.
Under the shroud of the sand waterfall, several flame dragons rose up in a coil, blocking them abruptly. Crack quack. The increasingly loud chirping sounded, and all birds chirped in unison. The pupils of Gaara's eyeballs suspended outside the sandball shrank. I saw that accompanied by a purple-black thunder light, a figure flew directly into the air.
It is Uchiha Sasuke. Advertisement. It's just that his image has completely changed at this moment, with grayish-yellow skin, a black star mark on the bridge of his nose, his black hair turning grayish-blue, and his diphtheria with a pair of huge fleshy wings, like a monster. The aura of his whole body also became very violent, and looking at the expression, the whole person seemed to be full of confidence. Seeing this scene, everyone was stunned. Is Uchiha still mastering the power of transformation? Orochimaru. Maru. Uchiha Itachi, who was far away in the country of rain and rain, froze in his eyes, and endless killing intent flashed in his eyes. A crooked way. Uchiha Madara pouted in disdain. Curse seal. Uchiha is embarrassing to use external force. Uchiha Fugaku closed his eyes. Way insiders, few appreciated. Only Orochimaru, disguised as Cage, licked his tongue with burning eyes. This talent is really amazing. 99. Uchiha Sasuke's state is the second state of the mantra of the sky. It's been more than a month since I put the spell seal on myself, and during this period, there was still a hindrance by the seal of the evil seal added by Kakashi, but I was able to fully master the power of the spell seal. 4.0 even with the help of the gold list has 3 Tomo Sharingan to achieve such strength. Also good enough, however, I'm no longer interested in you. 99. Orochimaru looked away. Know the secrets of the Otsutsuki clan, Sage of 6 Paths, 10 Tails, etc. Another golden list came. His vision has changed. Ah, inside the sandball,
Gaara watched as Sasuke swooped down on Russia and Japan, attacking himself with black and purple lightning. The terrifying aura made him know if he was watching. That's it. Gaara not seal. The power of the contract.
Shuhei, complete body. At this moment, countless audience members also looked at Sasuke's appearance in horror.
Boom. Along with the huge smoke rising, Inugo, which seemed to be completely composed of sand and covered with a spell pattern, was now in the huge arena. Uchiha Sasuke. Audiences, this is not about martial arts. It was at this moment that Orochimaru directly shouted, "Do it."
The art of reincarnation. Ninja 4 purple flame formation. 99.
At the same time, Uchiha Ran started the live broadcast and shouted to Uchiha Madara, "Lord Madara, let's start." 39. Susanoo. P.S. The new list starts tomorrow, still asking questions, but not conventional. And the protagonist will be laid out in advance, all kinds of cool. Chapter 87. This wave, Madara is in the atmosphere. Shocking reversal for customization.
Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Boom. Sasuke, who transformed into the second form of the curse and seal, flew to Shuhei and stabbed with a black thunderbolt in his left hand, easily breaking a big hole.
But for Shuhei, it was completely useless. Uchiha Sasuke, you are not my opponent.
Gaara's voice came from the mouth of the guard, and a huge tail came.
Boom. Sasuke was in no hurry to dodge and was hit by a flying hook.
Sasuke. Haruno Sakura rushed to the fence. She wanted to jump out to save people, but she was not strong enough, and the real jump was just looking for death.
What? A golden figure flashed and reached Sasuke's side in an instant, hugging him. Sasuke, are you okay? At the critical moment, it was Uzumaki Naruto who stood up. Sasuke didn't give Chin an answer because he had passed out. There are two situations. The complete body Shukaku who is messing around after the fake sleep, and the complete form where Shohei's consciousness has been sealed and locked, and Zara has been asked by Gaara. The former is Shuhei leading the war, thinking of brute force, and fearing that Jinchuriki will reseal himself after he wakes up, so the time he can play is limited, and he retains the fatal weakness of Jinchuriki's body.
The latter is dominated by Jinchuriki, who can also use the body of the tailed beast to play his ninjutsu, and the combat power increases exponentially.
The current Sasuke, unless Hitomi is strong enough to control Morizuru with Genjutsu, is no match at all.
So, he was killed in seconds. Many people are thinking in their hearts, it's okay to revive Uchiha, that's all.
Of course, this is a joke. The opponent is the perfect Jinchuriki who can manipulate the tailed beast Chara at will, and his strength is also the best in the cage level. Sasuke's performance has been quite good. Fourth cage, Jinchuriki is completely beast-like, has it been a little over 03. Sarutobi Hazan said with a gloomy expression. If Gaara controls what the now huge body does to Konoha, many buildings will be destroyed in an instant, and countless people will hide and die.
He agreed with the continuation of the game, hoping to make a good fourth generation. After all, the situation is difficult now.
But not to trouble yourself. Ha ha ha. Responding to Sarutobi Hazan was, fourth cage, laughing and shouting, "Start. Start. Start what?" Some people such as Sarutobi Hidden, Kaharu, Mitokado Homura and others were stunned. Advertisement, but the next moment, their eyes widened in horror. I saw Sand Shinobi Elite Joninbaki stand up and hook a flare. Immediately after, large snakes appeared in Konoha village. The special police officer was a three-headed snake with a huge size. It was scary to look at it. It was at this time that a pile of shuriken flew from Hiru Sarutobi's side. With caution, he jumped directly onto the roof. He also danced with him, Kaharu and Mitokado Homura. Other escape routes were blocked, and it was too late to use the stand-in technique, and the defense would be very passive. But when they landed on the roof, fourth cage jumped up too, and was greeted by a cage. Boom. The four of them disguised as Sand Shinobi took off their disguise, hooked up the missteps of the large roof, and quickly formed the seal.
4 purple flame formation. Visible to the naked eye, 2 huge square purple energy walls rose up, one inside and one outside, wrapping the 4 people of Yin and Nin in a narrow space.
Luosha, what are you doing? Sarutobi Hazan felt a little sentimental, took a step back and turned to bed. Kaharu leaned against each other, watching, fourth cage, vigilantly. 0. Gia. Teacher, you are really old, and you have not discovered my identity until now. Orochimaru removes the disguise around his body, revealing his original appearance. Orochimaru. The pupils of the 3 Sarutobi Hiruzen shrank.
What exactly is going on? Why fourth cage became Orochimaru?
Why did Orochimaru start a war with Sand Shinobi? The same doubts also appeared in the hearts of those who saw this happening through Haruno Sakura's live broadcast room. Beautiful hand Hashirama. What's the situation? An impromptu show prepared by Little Monkey. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Mito. Silent, why didn't I find you so stupid before? Wisdom Tobarama. Big brother, it is obviously the ninja from Sand Shinobi village and the Orochimaru question, and it is expected to start a war when countless people gather in the finals of the Chunin exam. Difficulty Hashirama. War? It really cannot be avoided in any era. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. That's why I said at the beginning, to join hands with you to unify the entire ninja world, and to separate the military and government of one country and one village to govern the world. You have to say that the 5 countries can maintain a balance with each other's pliers, and you don't hesitate to distribute the tailed beasts. Really stupid can. Yan Sho Tobarama. On this point, I can no longer agree with Madara. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Nagato. Madara is good, she has the wisdom of my idol Masako, but unfortunately she is not capable enough. Uchiha Madara. Brother Jung. Which one? Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Nagato. You don't know if you say it. Tanner Hashirama. Do you really think that I don't want to unify the ninja world? You don't understand. I heard that over the years, there have been countless wars, big and small, and the ninja world is full of scars. I know that the system of one country and one village is now, and there is partial peace in the hook. But you can really unite the ninja world, but how much hatred will you have? And Balian, Shihei, although they are not as good as you and me, but they can become the first generation shadows. Frets, how many people will die on both sides? So I think of checks and balances, and unification or other methods of seeking peace are left to future generations. No one would have thought that Hashirama, who has always been naive, would have such an opinion about rhyme. Advertisement. It lives up to the name of first Hokage. If you look at what Hashirama did in the current perspective, and think of the 3 wars that broke out, the hatred of the dead and the birth is too numerous, it may be better to turn around Hashirama's heart at that time. But analyzing the mood of joining hands with Hashirama at that time, he is not wrong. After all, no one can imagine what the future will evolve into. He just made what he thought was the right choice at the moment. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. This argument counts for you to pass the test, so why do you distribute the 9-tailed beasts, so that the land of fire and others will become an opposite balance? Open black lens bracket Tanner Hashirama. Are you stupid, Madara? Do you think the policemen can deal with tailed beasts as easily as you and me? If they all stay in Konoha, there will be so many suitable Jinchuriki. If there is only one riot, who can you stand it? Tobarama is not good either, so of course it's better to keep the strongest one. You didn't see the gold list option. Can the stick-tailed beast be equivalent to 4-tailed beasts? Open black lens bracket Yang 9 tails. Hashirama, I didn't expect you to be quite discerning. No one would have thought that there was such a deep thought behind the brain-damaged behavior of first Hokage. Indeed, everyone only thought about possessing the destructive power of 9 tails, but never thought about whether they could possess the power to drive 9 tails. This wave, the silkworm hand Hashirama is wise and foolish in the atmosphere. Shimura Kuro. Sarubi is too cowardly. Teacher, you should have handed over the position of Hokage to me. Open black lens bracket Hisaburo Sarutobi. Shizang, you are being held to the position of Hokage at this time. Quickly bring the people from the roots to support.
Open black lens bracket Shimura Zhaozang. Sorry, after I got to know the situation of the organization, I have already rushed out with my roots, ready to solve this hidden danger for Konoha in advance, and it will take at least an hour to go now. Open black lens bracket Hisashi Sarutobi. What am I? Sarutobi Hision's mentality collapsed.
Apparently, Shimura Zhang ran away with the root person. Do you still want to be Hokage? Onogi, what a big play. The other ninjas in Hidden Village and Ninja Village will finally know what happened. Orochimaru and Tsunagakure asked to attack Konoha.
The leader of the Konoha root organization, Zhang, defected with his subordinates.
Konoha will definitely be hit hard next. This is a good thing for them. But the next moment, they found that they were too happy. I saw a mutation in Haruno Sakura's live broadcast room. Boom. Several giant toads appeared out of thin air, pressed on top of the big snake, and solved it with 3 strikes and 5 divisions. Flying Thunder Formation Technique. Shiranui Xuanjian, Bianzu Leitong, and Dai Ivaxi came to the 3 directions of Shuhei at some unknown time, holding a handful of kunai printed with dyed characters in their hands, and at the same time they made a seal. After a flash, the giant show crane disappeared.
At the same time, Nara Shikahisa, Butsu Dingza, Yamanaka Kaiichi, Hiyashi, Hataki Kakashi, Might Guy and others are strong and powerful, and many ninjas hiding in the dark gather behind them. Looking at this posture, there was no intention of being caught off guard at all. You already knew about our Sand Shinobi plan. Baki, who was wondering how 4th Kazekage could become Orochimaru, asked with a trembling voice. Good. Advertisement. Nara Shikahisa answered and said sternly. We, the 5th generation, have long discovered that something is wrong with you Sand Shinobi, but as an allied country, it is not easy to frame you, so we decided to do it.
You are honest, and nothing will happen, but if you have ulterior motives. Nara Shikaku glanced over the entire Konoha and smiled. The Konoha is your tomb. It will definitely not be finished after killing them, but arresting all the people and letting Sand Shinobi redeem them at that time will be a huge sum of money.
Why don't we know about this? 99. In the 4 Purple Suns formation, Sarutobi Hisan's voice of resentment was heard.
Sorry, Lord 3rd Generation, we don't know you don't know.
Nara Shikahisa apologized insincerely. The 5th generation can find clues through the death of Moonlight Blast by himself, but you can't find out about Anbu and the root for no reason. 9.
We thought you had your own plan, so we prepared our own backup plan. Sarutobi hidden slash. What else can he say? Saying that with roots and Anbu is no better than Uchiha Ran, saying that you were trash? Open black lens bracket Hisashi Sarutobi. At Uchiha Ran, come back and help me deal with Orochimaru. A time of life and death. Sarutobi Hazan didn't care about his face anymore, and even though he had a boat with Uchiha Ran, he still asked him for help. Why help? because Orochimaru summoned 3 coffins right away.
Out of the coffin is a generation of Hokage hand Hashirama, 2nd Hokage cover hand Tobirama, 4th Kazekage Luo Sha.
This is to cast the technique of reincarnation. Faced with these 3, he can win with 2 drag bottles, Kaharu and Mitokado Homura. And with the 4 purple flame formation blocking, other people can't come in to help. Only Uchiha Ran, who left a special kunai on him, can use the technique of Flying Thunder God to come in. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Sorry teacher, I can't help you. What surprised Sarutobi Hiru was that Uchiha Ran refused outright. This is not even willing to install it. But the next moment, along with countless others, he heard the golden list prompt. Gold list tip. Lister Uchiha Ran started the live broadcast. So a group of people flocked to Uchiha Ran's live broadcast room, or double open to follow 2 live broadcast rooms at the same time.
Then they saw an unforgettable scene. Boom. In the live broadcast room, a golden giant and a purple giant are fighting with big swords.
The head positions of these 2 giants are Uchiha Ran and Uchiha Madara. Chapter 88 The Unexpected Kaguya Tongue. Susanoo is a rookie pecking at each other. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement. Boom. In the live broadcast room opened by Uchiha Ran, a shocking explosion sounded. Between several large mountains, the golden Chara giant and the blue Chara giant stand on the ground. These 2 giants are similar to the human body, with a lower body and legs. The Uchiha Ran and Uchiha Madara police officers are located at the head of the giants' cockpit. Looks like a god who is proud of the world. The 2 giants held the same style of long swords, constantly changing their positions, and the speed was extremely fast, but the huge body did not affect the speed at all. The sword moves changed, constantly touching each other, and the airwaves were tumbling, making people overwhelmed. Boom. Suddenly, the golden Chara giant paused, and after gathering momentum, he swung a sword, forming a Chara slash. Seeing this, the blue Chara giant did not show weakness and slashed his sword. Zizzizi. The 2 huge blades were compared, and the air rubbed violently to release the hook flame. After a stalemate for a while, the 2 energy blades separated and each shot on both sides. 4 mountains were lifted, trees and rocks flying. All viewers. What destructive power is this? You tell, this F*K is the havoc a ninja can do. Did we go to the wrong set? Onogi. This is Madara-sama's Susanoo. Crazy feeling that his body is shrinking. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Is this enough to compare to the shoulder-tailed beast, human? Bai Lian. So, in the face of absolute power, most people are really insignificant. Now you know why Uchiha is so arrogant, and why Ninja Shura is Ninja Shura. Ishikawa. Susanoo, godlike power. If not for the wood style of Hashirama in that era, Madara might really be able to unify the ninja world. Wrap around Hashirama. Okay, this is not a complete body Susanoo, just the height is 10 times worse, you don't have to be too afraid. Everyone. Beautiful hand Tobirama. It is the last form before the complete body Susanoo. The dyed boy can open Susanoo to this extent when he just opened his eyes, and his physique should be developed to the top. Uchiha Ran silently gave Tobirama a thumbs up. The master of forbidden arts research lives up to his reputation. He also found himself underestimating himself after playing against Uchiha Madara. The complete body Susanoo is called the real Susanoo, and it can only be opened by people who have exerted the pupil power of Mangekyo Sharingan to the extreme and have a huge chara. The top-level rough-handed physique turned his chara into a chara, and it was a lot of tons. On the other hand, pupil power, although it is a step closer in the evolution of physique, it is still a long way from the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, so it is not the ultimate. So he can easily open the 4th state Susanoo. As for the complete body, if he is not afraid of blood and tears, or hurts his eyes, he can also use it, but the time is limited. And relying on the power of time swallowing, he doesn't have to worry about irreversible injuries such as eye hooks and vision loss. The reason why it is not used is because it is not necessary. Isn't it sweet as a whole card? It's just acting anyway. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. You have seen it too. The current situation is that Madara found me on my way back to Konoha and said that he wanted to test the strength of my junior Uchiha. Otherwise he would hook Konoha, who is 5th Hokage. Naturally, you can't make trouble for the village, so you can only rely on yourself as a teacher. Uchiha Ran said he was helpless. It's not that he doesn't want to help, it's that he can't help. With his arrangement, and Nara Shikahisa and others, there would be no loss in Konoha village. But if Uchiha Madara went to Konoha, even the damage caused by the aftermath of the fight would be devastating. Therefore, Sarutobi Hisan can only rely on himself. This kid. Uchiha Madara looked at Uchiha Ran with his arms folded over his chest, the corners of his eyes twitched. If he hadn't thought of what Uchiha Ran was thinking by now, he wouldn't deserve to be behind the scenes for so many years. No wonder he didn't fight in the land of rain, but used the technique of Flying Thunder God to bring himself to the land of fire. No wonder they didn't fight until Shuhei appeared and then started to fight. It turned out that Orochimaru was going to kill Sarutobi. And he was looking for excuses not to save people. Advertisement, but Uchiha Madara didn't bother to expose it. He was also quite upset when he saw the old monkey. It was just right that he died. As for being used by Uchiha Ran, it is rather a transaction. Uchiha Ran promised to find a way to resurrect him completely. However, you have to show some strength to please me. Uchiha Madara decided to stop making small fuss, and asked with both hands. Wutong, the technique of wood clone. The three bodies split from Uchiha Madara, and then shot the hook Susanoo and fell nearby. Then, Uchiha Madara laughed and said, "Do you think these three clones can use Susanoo?" This is a question with points, but I don't want to answer it. Uchiha Ran smiled helplessly. Madara Ming, your acting is a bit over the top, bingo. Rewards you for bigger challenges. Uchiha Madara darkened his hands and drinked all over. Afterwards, countless people saw that Uchiha's three wood clones also appeared to look at Zara, and finally turned into Susanoo.
Uchiha Ran needs a 1-on-4. Actually, it's not a big problem.
Uchiha Ran resumed his smile and held the sword of Susanoo in both hands instead.
Just to see, Susanoo is worthy to ask White Fang what kind of power can burst out of swordsmanship.
Boom. A battle begins again. Anyone who enters the live broadcast room feels like they're watching a blockbuster movie. That kind of destruction, that kind of picture. The aftermath alone can kill them 100 times.
But after the shock, what followed was the amazement of countless people, as well as the limit expansion of the Uchiha Ran fangirl network.
Black Earth. Too powerful, even if I'm on par with 3rd Tsuchikage now, I still feel like I can't beat him. Onogi. You are a completely black padded jacket, senior black your grandfather.
4th generation I think it can be dealt with. Close black lens bracket.
Killer Bee. Big brother, bragging, my dad said he was beaten up.
Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Strong or not is a temporary thing, handsome or not is a lifetime thing, and Ran-kun perfectly blends the two into everything, Saigao. So when will the water-kun be returned? Open black lens bracket Japanese Hanabi. Come on with Nissan. Quote. Open black lens bracket Yamanaka Ino. So handsome, this is the power of Uchiha, Uchiha rises. Close black lens bracket.
Yamanaka Hai glanced over, your surname is Yamanaka. It will be handed over to Ran-kun, and the surname will be Uchiha. Yamanaka Kaiichi. You are also Hei Shaoshin's padded jacket.
Outside Konoha village, Sasuke, who was awakened by Naruto's aftermath of the fight between Toadbunta and Shukaku, looked very bad. The special police saw the fight between Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Ran, and the nails were directly embedded in the flesh.
The same as Uchiha. Why is the gap so big? If he can also have the power of Master Susanoo, what is Gaara Morizaru? Then, he saw Yamanaka Ino's words, and he felt a sense of connotation. Gas. Sasuke gorgeous fainted. At this time, a piece of information emerged, making the world instantly quiet. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Kaguya. Rookie pecking at each other, boring. That's it. Still a rookie? Boring? They watched with blood boiling. You are so arrogant. Ah, it turned out to be the master of chakra, you cowhide, you do what you say. Is this Kaguya a poisonous tongue? Uchiha Ran, who was playing hard against Uchiha Madara, almost followed. Advertisement but thinking of Kaguya as a follower attacking Otsutsuki and swallowing the fruit, not an honest person. Can be made sluggish by Naruto's reverse harem technique, blushing and rolling eyes, sullen and sullen.
Until he controlled Otsutsuki Hamura and Yui to fight, making brothers kill each other, and even single-handedly led to the birth of Black Zetsu saving mother.
But it also has the attributes of silly white sweetness. Poisonous tongue. It seems that it is not impossible. The world was quiet because of Kaguya's words, but one person is not affected. Open black lens bracket wisdom Hashirama. Ah Madara, you are so bad, you didn't take me with you when you cut it to play, I really want to go out and play. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Mito. Are you still thinking about such a thing at a time like this? Open black lens bracket wisdom Tobarama. To be honest, I also want to cut it. Although the ending of being killed by my own apprentice is very good for the little monkey, it would be better if he could clean up the door himself. Open black lens bracket Sarutobi Hiruzen. Point 1 Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. 1st generation in Nidame. Your wishes can be fulfilled. What? Everyone was puzzled. At this time, the Jinbang reminder reappeared. Gold list tip. Fengji Mengwang starts live broadcast. Another screen appeared in the Jinbang live broadcast room. The content of the screen is exactly the Konoha arena that everyone can see after Haruno Sakura is moved along with Sasuke Naruto Gaara. Into the eye is the 4 purple flame formation. And inside the array, Orochimaru stood in front of 3 corpses. It belongs to Wisdom Hashirama, Tobarama, 4th Kazekage Luosha. On the opposite side of them were the 3 Sarutobi Hazan who were waiting for them. Okay. Suddenly, Tanshu Hashirama and Peisho Tobarama opened their eyes. The two looked around a little blankly, and their eyes quickly returned to clarity. Reincarnated. Wisdom Hand Tobarama tries activities to dry his hands. Huisho Hashirama turned his head to look at a certain discovery, and said a little excitedly, the place where Madara and Ranboy fought is about 10,000 meters away in this direction, 93. Everyone. You can perceive what kind of monster you are from 10,000 meters away. Big brother, you want to join in the fun, do you feel how much strength you can play? Tobarama, the smart hand, said with a stinky face. Huh? Huisho Hashirama felt it according to the words, and then couldn't help but complain. How can I continue to use 20% of my strength? Madara can use Samsara's eyes, and a few can also use 80% of her strength. 33. Shaoji named Orochimaru, give you a bad review. It's really rubbish. Wisdom Tobarama complained. The ninjutsu I created, you learned the ready-made master to this extent. Orochimaru. Why are you two so difficult to serve? I'm sorry that the strength of the two of them is limited. The anger is a hindrance, so let the two of you play freely. Orochimaru said with a smile, and let go of the shackles of Hashirama and Tobirama. From the live broadcast room, he already knew that reincarnation could be unlocked. Uchiha Madara can do it, and so can Hashirama and Tobirama. Maybe because of the priority they can exert now, they can't break free from his control. But really under his control, first generation and second generation might not even be able to exert 20% of their strength. You are wise. Wrapping his hands, Tobirama withdrew his mouth, and made a seal on his hands. Difficulty. Hashirama's indifferent expression, in fact, has controlled the natural Zarira to enter the body. It feels good, absorbing natural chara, my strength can be restored to 50%, and if I enter Sage mode again, I can play. 9. Sarutobi hidden slash. Advertisement. Do you want to play this big? Then monkey, after a few decades, let me see how you have grown. Difficult hands. Tobirama took the lead after gaining full body control. The battle started instantly. Sarutobi Hazan knew that things couldn't be better. Second generation was obviously seeking justice for the Wisdom family, and it was okay to deceive the police with his own words. It was absolutely impossible to deceive second generation. So, he also went all out. But being able to show Lisho's operation of second generation by himself, although he can only exert 20% of his strength, but with the help of the infinite chakra characteristics of reincarnation, he can play all kinds of forbidden arts very well, and it is not at all that the old Sarutobi Hizen can parry. Turning to bed, Kaharu and Mitokado Homura helped, and could only support. And the momentum of first generation is growing at a speed visible to the naked eye. Seeing this situation, Sarutobi Hizen decisively changed his strategy. Death is not terrible, and the Golden List era has a chance to be resurrected. The SWAT is Uchiha ran, and because of his status as a teacher and apprentice, he will definitely resurrect me. Instead, the stains on my body should be washed off as much as possible. Sacrifice. Although there is still fighting power, Hiruzen Sarutobi did not intend to continue, but decided to whitewash himself a little more by sacrificing, at least to strive for a lenient treatment. The Art of Shadow Clone, 59. The ghouls are sealed. Hiruzen Sarutobi slashed the seal quickly, and behind him raised a phantom of Shinigami. Two shadow clones came out in an instant, rushing towards the first generation and second generation which the ape demon and Kaharu were struggling to resist, and he himself rushed Orochimaru. Seal. The next moment, the three souls were harvested by the Sarutobi Hibiki without any hindrance. Everything went very smoothly, and he was surprisingly successful. I sacrificed for Konoha and took Orochimaru. Homura and Kaharu aren't dead, they'll make a statement for me. I am a hero. I will be back. Sarutobi Hazan closed his eyes and fell down, with a gratified smile on his mouth. But the next moment, he was stunned. Because of the existence of Jinbang, after entering the space in Shinigami's stomach, his consciousness is still there. Just saw 4 figures. The first one is Namikaze Minato. It is understandable, after all, he also died after casting the ghoul seal. But the other 3 realms are not the Wisdom Hand Hashirama, Wisdom Hand Tobirama and Orochimaru. Instead, go to Kaharu, Mitokado Homura, and 4th Kazekage Rosa. What's the situation? Instinctively, he linked consciousness to the Jinbang chat area. Orochimaru. The ghouls are sealed. I didn't expect you to master such ninjutsu, teacher, and I almost disappeared. Yansho Hashirama. Is the old monkey funny? Or did he decide to repent when he was about to die? Open black lens bracket wisdom Tobirama. This wave, even I can't understand it. The police sent Kaharu and Homura to confront me and my eldest brother. Is it for the convenience of taking them away? Sarutobi hidden slash. Tay meow. I also want to know why these 3 people were taken away. Minato. What do you mean by clenching your fist? Wait, Luo Sha. Why are you joining in the fun? 3. Homura, Kaharu, save me, P.S. The next chapter, the new list cap. I beg everyone to follow up. Fatty Yanzu, please give a custom, nephew. Chapter 89 Shinigami. Hokage has a date in the belly. Summoning beast list opens for customization. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, wife, it's done. In the 8 trigram space of Uzumaki Naruto's abdomen, Namikaze Minato's figure slowly appeared. A face slap? Uzumaki Kushina asked aggressively. Don't worry, I beaten senior brother into second senior brother, Namikaze Minato waved his fist. Humph. Uzumaki Kushina pouted softly, but still felt unwilling, and muttered. Anyway, you can use Charlie to get back and forth between Shinigami's stomach and this sealed world, and you will beat this old monkey every day from now on. Looking at the sacrifice of Bawako-sama during my birth, it will last for a month. Okay. Namikaze Minato nodded hurriedly, benevolently.
For an old monkey who betrays his trust and treats his son badly to refute his daughter-in-law, it is definitely not worth it. And in his heart, he really saw Sarutobi Hizen unhappy, and a daily beating was inevitable. As for whether Sarutobi Hizen can beat him, in the case that everyone can't use Zara, he is strong and healthy, and he can also use Zara to seal the space in Shinigami's stomach to achieve an effect similar to Fei Lei Shen.
One-sided crushing. It's no use getting help from Kaharu and Mitokado Homura.
This breath must be given to Naruto. If he takes revenge in the future, as long as it is not excessive, their parents will help Kabuto. By the way, I heard that the only direct descendant of Hiruzen Sarutobi became Naruto's younger brother. That must teach him how to tune the younger brother, and how the younger brother should serve tea and water and so on. Did Naruto win? Namikaze Minato asked. Also because the ghouls were sealed and died, as soon as Sarutobi started, he saw what the old monkey was going to do, so he went to Shinigami early and waited. Before he left, Naruto and Toad Fumita were asking for one-tail Shukaku. It's a tie, one-tail Morizuru escaped. Uzumaki Kushina thought for a while and said. The result was actually Naruto's defeat. Unlike the previous one-tail Jinchuriki who couldn't sleep, when he fell asleep, he would just let the crane hook do things. This time, Gaara's consciousness was dominant, and he would not interrupt the use of the hypnosis technique because of being woken up. Weakness that disappears.
Despite the help of Toad Fumita, Naruto was beaten at 940. If it wasn't for young Nine Tails who was upset that his Jinchuriki was defeated by one-tailed Jinchuriki and temporarily paid a large sum of defense, Naruto would have failed long ago.
But when he was about to lose his hold, Sand Shinobi Elite Jonin arrived and asked Gaara to retreat with all the Sand Shinobi.
Konoha is already strong, and it is still well prepared. Both first Hokage and second Hokage have been resurrected through reincarnation and have the right to act independently, while Orochimaru killed 4th Kazekage Luosha as an ally.
What to do in this game? Retreat. A tie. It seems that we have to find a way to resurrect or reincarnate and give our son a good special training.
Namikaze Minato understood Gong Shinga, and roughly guessed the truth, but did not break it.
By the way, you went to the Shinigami space to see why the old monkey killed Koharu and Mitokado Homura. Afraid of loneliness? Uzumaki Kushina suddenly asked. Different from Sarutobi Hizen who thought that after he cast the ghoul seal, he took away Hashirama, Tobirama, Orochi and Maru. The scene of the largest arena in Konoha, and the people who watched the battle through the live broadcast room of K's Matsuri Moawang, saw the two-shadow clone of Sarutobi going straight to copy the second generation that delayed the pace of the second generation. Koharu and Mitokado Homura, from behind them grab the shoulders and take the soul away in one wave. Advertisement. And Sarutobi Hizuki's main body, dashed straight to Orochimaru, and the latter's controller moved the earth and reincarnated Luosha to resist it. So Sarutobi hidden / limit 1 for 3, 2 are accomplices, 1 is 4th Kazekage. No one understood the purpose of his actions. I don't quite understand either. Namikaze Minato frowned and shook his head. At this time, in the Shinigami space, 4th Kazekage Luosha, Koharu and Mitokado Homura also surrounded Sarutobi Hiruzuki and asked angrily, 3rd Hokage, Hiruzen, why did you kill us? Luosha felt bitter in her heart, and Luosha wanted to explode. Sand Shinobi was blocked by the famous name of the Kingdom of Wind, and he had to work part-time as a gold digger to supplement his finances, so when Orochimaru approached him to form an alliance to deal with Konoha, he agreed without too much reason. As a 4th generation project, he wants to be a pioneer. The territory of the Fire Nation is really eye-catching. But as a result, not long after he left Sand Shinobi village, he was attacked and killed by Orochimaru and the Bamboo clan under his command, but in order to drag Konoha into the water, he did not say anything about it after joining the Golden List. As a result, Orochimaru was not enough to kill him, and even reincarnated him and used him as a tool. Just use it as a tool, at least you can go back to the Pure Land after finishing it. After being single for so many years, he reunited with his wife Galuro in the Pure Land, and he has a lot to say. But as a result, his soul was beaten by Hiruzen Sarutobi into Shinigami's stomach. Looking at this Konoha F4 tear, he lost his appetite. Gas. Going to bed. Koharu and Mitokado Homura are also very angry. They are high level in Konoha. They are pampered, safe, and have various benefits. They can also point fingers in the village. But now he is suffering in Shinigami's belly. How can you not be angry? This, I said I don't know either, do you believe it? The old monkey, whose face was swollen into a second senior brother, stammered. He is still stunned. Yansho Hashirama. I really don't understand this wave of little monkeys. Quote. Open black lens bracket Tobirama. The little monkey doesn't think that if he goes against the water at this time, I will forgive him. Orochimaru. Maybe he felt that he was the only one who was unwilling to die, so he wanted to pull the two old guys Koharu and Mitokado Homura into the water.
Sarutobi Hiruzen. I didn't, you are talking nonsense. Luosha. Orochimaru, you slasher. Gaara. That's your own dish, and you can't blame anyone.
Onogi. Such a good father, kind and filial, love. Orochimaru. Ah, really, what can you do for yourself? But what I didn't expect is that the teacher still has such a trump card, and he can take away the soul at the expense of his own soul. Quote. Orochimaru hadn't heard of ghouls out before. This trick is a secret of the Kawaku clan, originally known only by Uzumaki Kushina, who taught Akatsuki Namikaze Minato, who later taught Sarutobi Hizen. When ghoul is cast, Shinigami and the soul can only be seen by the caster and the target.
However, Tobirama, the smart hand, reciprocated the reincarnation of Orochimaru, explaining the effect of the ghoul seal.
So he was afraid for a while. After all, although he can achieve immortality in the body, his soul is very fragile. If he is hit, he will definitely not be able to break free. Uchiha ran. I think I know why the teacher took away Luosha and the others. Open black lens bracket Tobirama. Late. Why? Close black lens bracket. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. If there is no gold list, he will definitely take away the second generation and Orochimaru to prove his greatness, but now that there is a gold list, everyone's consciousness can stay awake no matter where. Just imagine Orochimaru, Shodai, Nadaime, in the end, adding a fourth generation adult and a teacher to stay in Shinigami's belly. What will happen?
Seeing Uchiha Ran's speech, everyone instinctively imagined it.
Idea. In a small space, hidden Tsurugi was surrounded by Hashirama, Tobirama, Orochimaru, and Namikaze Minato. Kansho Hashirama and Kansho Tobirama are Sarutobi his teacher, but they were treated badly by the latter, and the Kansho clan was buried in Diffen, leaving only Tsunade as a female streamer, and there is no need to say hatred.
Orochimaru, a political victim, was cut out of Konoha by Hiru Sarutobi. Namikaze Minato sacrificed for Konoha, but his son was raised as a toolman by Sarutobi Hizon. How would Sarutobi Hizon face these four people? Afraid that you will be beaten all day long and everyone will take turns? Shinigami space has become a gathering of Hokage of all ages, generation, second generation and fourth generation team up to fight the landlord of third generation? In the end, the policeman's soul was killed. Hi. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought of that day, and his soul trembled. He no longer wanted to think about why the final ghoul seal failed. It turned out to be good, and everyone else thinks that's the truth. Sarutobi Hiruzen, the old conspirator. Damn, Luo Sha, went to bed. Kaharu and Mitokado Homura saw Sarutobi Hiru's expression, and immediately became angry, looked at each other and then stopped. Hey, please let it go, your skills are good. A mountain top, Uchiha Madara said to Uchiha Ran. Although there was no evidence and no clues, he concluded that hidden Sarutobi had something to do with Uchiha Ran. So, Uchiha Ran smiled, without denying it. Their battle ended shortly after Sarutobi was beheaded. The livestream also shuts down at that time, so don't worry about the conversation being overheard. Sarutobi Hizon's last sassy operation was naturally dominated by his five senses. The moment he opened his eyes, Sarutobi Hizon was already his captive. Unless one day the vagina, spiritual power, can surpass itself, it will not be able to get rid of it all. But can the old monkey do it? And in this golden age, instead of letting second generation and Orochimaru be brought into Shinigami's belly, it is better to stay in this world and continue to shine. For him Uchiha Ran. I left first, the Hashirama guy came over, I don't want to fight him just yet. Uchiha Madara glanced in Konoha's direction and prepared to leave. According to his agreement with Uchiha Ran, as long as he finds a suitable cage-level powerhouse, he will help him to reincarnate.
No problem. You can contact Jinbang if you have anything, and if you have something in private, just inject Chara into the kunai that I gave you. Uchiha Ran nodded lightly.
You play Thor, you're better than fourth generation and Tobirama. Advertisement. Uchiha Madara praised and left. After he left, Uchiha Ran first used Flying Thunder God to return to the land of rain. Next, what you have to do is these. Uchiha Ran will distribute the tasks that have long been set for everyone. The members of Jushou have no objection. Uzumaki Nagato was reading a book of historical records with gusto, and he had no opinion at all. When the Akatsuki organization's side was settled, Uchiha Ran went back to Konoha to deal with the matter. Because of the preparations, there were 0 casualties on Konoha's side, but some people were injured. And this has brushed a wave of prestige for his 5th Hokage. On Sand Shinobi's side, most of the ninjas were captured, and even Gaara couldn't escape. He met Tsunade on the way, and was directly crushed by Woodstyle and brought back to Konoha. Post-disaster reconstruction is not required. Orochimaru's Konoha collapse seems to be very busy, but Konoha's side only damaged an aging 3rd Hokage, but the 1st Hokage and 2nd Hokage have returned to the world, and either one is stronger than the 3rd generation. Now Konoha is still the strongest ninja village, and other villages dare not have any objection. Sand Shinobi's side held an emergency negotiation, and prepared to pay the price to go to Konoha to redeem the people. In this battle, Konoha won a great victory, and Uchiha Ran, the biggest win that few people know about. But in the dark tide is still surging. Everyone is working hard for the summoning beast list after 7 days. Times have changed. The one on the gold list is king. Time slipped away quickly in such a situation, and in a blink of an eye, it was 7 days later. Boom. The golden bell rings on time. Announcement of the Ninja World Gold List. All the souls of the Ninja World and the souls of the Pure Land can be seen on the gold list. Close black lens bracket. Ninja World Gold List announcement. Restricted speech. Rules remain unchanged. Gold List announcement. Note, anyone who will be on the list in the future can speak without restriction. Gold List announcement. The World Summoning Beast list will be announced now. There are 30 places on the list. All summoning beasts and contract ninjas on the list will be rewarded. Boom. A 3-dimensional image emerges. It is Hitaki Kakashi of Konoha Village. But this time, it is not a static image, but a moving image. The art of summoning, Image Kakashi performs summoning. 8 ninja dogs appear. The 30th place. 8 ninja dogs, divided into Shiba, Bis, Akino, Guru, Jethei, Urushi, Bru, Pa, as a whole, all famous dogs. Blood Pact. Hitaki Kakashi, Chapter 90. Uchiha the Master of Time ran. Kakashi begged for customization. Previous chapter. Next chapter advertisement. The live broadcast is on.
The location is the Hokage office building. At the desk, from left to right sit the first Hokage Hashirama, second Hokage Tobirama, fifth Hokage Uchiha Ran, and sixth Hokage Tsunade. 3 people are holding a Uchiha around their hands. If this picture is displayed in Uchiha Ran's previous life, it is estimated that it will be popular all over the internet, and it will be directly searched on Xiaopo Station. As for the ranking, it depends on how much Boren Chuan defeated Hokage's favor. Boom. Opposite the 4 Hokages, there are many key figures in Konoha village. Hatake Kakashi was also among them, and suddenly there was a burst of smoke around him, followed by a ninja dog hook in front of everyone.
I didn't use summoning, Kakashi said from the book in his hand. Meaning that the rhyme of summoning beasts is now a golden act. After all, it is the summoning beast list, and the summoning beast and the contractor appear together, which makes sense. 93. Uchiha Ran's gentle voice sounded. He picked up the teapot and cup on the table, poured a glass for Tobirama, the right hand, first, Tsunade, who was on the left, and finally for himself.
Not bad. Tobirama nodded in satisfaction. Hey, I really want to revive quickly and try your kid's craft of making tea. Pei Sho Hashirama said without concealing his envy.
You can only blame Shodai for being too strong in your prime. Uchiha Ran laughed. Difficult Tobirama has been resurrected. It was the rough mother-in-law who gave her life. This is Sand Shinobi's sincerity to redeem all captive Sand Shinobi except Gaara. Gaara also returned to Sand Shinobi, at Uzumaki Naruto's request. Uchiha Ran gives face, but in fact, Sanagakure needs to pay Sand Shinobi Princess Temari to stay in Konoha forever as Hokage's assistant, and Gaara's one-time list reward. As for the others, Konoha did not ask for it. Money? There is no shortage of Uchiha Ran at all. Ninjutsu. Konoha has the most ninjutsu and forbidden arts, and now is the golden age. On the contrary, Uchiha Ran was hooked on humanitarianism, and let the water kun run to Sanagakure for 3 days. It rained for 3 days, engaged in a wave of purification, and gave birth to a wave of oasis. As a result, although Sand Shinobi died of his mother-in-law and 4th Kazekage Luo Sha, he didn't feel much disgust for Konoha, but he was still very grateful. The top management also sent a secret letter expressing his willingness to be a younger brother. As long as Uchiha Ran is willing to let Shui-kun visit Sand Shinobi from time to time. As for why the water kun that should belong to 5th Mizukage Terumi Mei will be on Uchiha Ran, some people are still puzzled at first, but 3 days ago Terumi Mei went on a day trip to the elf world and started the live broadcast, and Uchiha Ran directed her to get a lot of benefits after that. These questions disappeared. Definitely a deal. However, Uchiha Ran is indeed erudite and unreasonable, and seems to be well aware of otherworld information, which makes many people decide to befriend him. It's hard to be a cage-level person with a strength far above the average, and it's hard to be a bad guy. Washo Hashirama said with a painful expression. The SWAT is watching Tobirama, who has been transferred to live together, can eat and drink spicy food, and be jealous. Just to sharpen your temper, brother. Tobirama, the smart hand, smiled faintly. He hates Uchiha so much, but he admires Uchiha Ran very much. It's a pity that after Shaogang returned to the village, except when he wanted to be 6th Hokage, he sold a wave of cuteness to Uchiha Ran, and then he took it all. Otherwise, he might be a great-grandfather next year. Advertisement. The big guys chatted and drank tea like this. None of the ninjas from other villages in the ninja world who watched the live broadcast, even Shadow, dared to speak. So oppressive. The 4 Hokages sat in a hall, along with Kakashi, Ino Shikacho, Jiraiya and others. This wave of lineups can be taken out to sweep the ninja world. If Jinwood expulsion is a power list in the future, won't this directly hang everything? Anyway, 3rd Tsuchikage Onogi is already considering agreeing to Black Soil and let her go to Hokage to be the secretary of 5th Hokage. Konoha's Golden Thigh no longer has high-level F4, and after Uchiha Ran and Tsunade are in charge of military affairs, it is definitely a Golden Thigh. And he is definitely not the only one. Moreover, what can be shown in front of people is always the tip of the iceberg of true strength, and there must be more power hidden in Konoha. By the way, Tobirama, have you found that guy? Hashirama asked suddenly. Brother, I mentioned it. Tobirama clenched the teacup in his hand, and said angrily, I don't know if I don't check, but I know why this bastard has become Hokage and has done so many evil things, and the crime cannot be punished. I see that he hasn't developed any skills over the years, so he knows how to hide in the ground like a mouse, and he thinks of Hokage. Humph. Hearing Tobirama's words, everyone present nodded. Shimura really did all the bad things that could be done. The establishment of the Root organization, collecting the members of the major families and the orphans, made the major families hate it, but due to the power of Konoha F4's cooperation, he had to acquiesce. Privately study the Hashirama cells that 2nd Hokage has banned, and engage in internal divisions against the Uchiha clan. Each village in the Shinobi village have private contacts and secrets, secretly influencing the war, secretly causing the Uzumaki clan to be destroyed, and meddling in the internal affairs of the village, etc. Piece by piece, it's shocking. Still want to do Hokage. Eat fart. 2nd generation has an open mind. Uchiha Ran poured another cup of tea for difficult Tobirama, and smiled. I have a hunch that Kakashi will be rewarded for being on the list and will help us find this mouse hiding in the stinky ditch. Uchiha Ran also admired his ability to hide. It seemed that there was really a secret base with a barrier that could block his perception. He couldn't sense the imprint of the flying thunder god, so he couldn't find it. But the stinky mouse will die one day after all. It seems to confirm what Uchiha Ran said. 1 minute countdown. Rewards and information are displayed on the gold list. 30th place. 8 Ninja Dogs, Blood Contract, Hitaki Kakashi. Summoning Beast Reward Options 1. Bily Tracking Talent, Innate Talent, can increase the sense of smell to 100 times without using Chara, and can block any smell, target any smell. 2. Jumi Tien Gong Basin, with endless rice fields that can be eaten until death. Summoning Rewards. Luo Nian Package, including rough bird derivatives such as Difficult Bird Sharp Spear, Difficult Bird Difficult Book, etc. Seeing the first reward option that belongs to summoning, everyone can't help but watch Uchiha Ran. Is this man with a gentle smile no longer satisfied with, all-knowing and omnipotent, and has begun to play predicting the future?
Feeling the eyes of everyone, Uchiha Ran pushed his glasses and said gently, just an objective analysis. I feel that the rewards obtained by summoning beasts after being listed on the list must also strengthen their own abilities, or what they want most.
The most striking feature of a ninja dog is its sense of smell, and if it can get a boost from the golden list to improve its sense of smell, it will be very easy to find a Tibetan association. It now appears that my conjecture is correct. Hearing this, everyone nodded. The truth is that Advertisement Konoha has a family of ninja dogs that specialize in raising ninja dogs. In terms of smell, they can even look at the target when they detect the target. Compared to Kakashi, you are now thinking of how to stop Paw and them from choosing two. Uchiha Ran's slightly helpless and speechless voice sounded. Everyone was startled, and when they realized what the second option was, they looked at the 8 ninja dogs beside Kakashi. Guys, everyone has red eyes, and those who don't know it thought they had a rabies attack. Several of them drooled. A pot of rice together is as attractive to these ninja dogs as a pot of potato chips is to me. Akamichi Choji whispered. Nara Shikamaru glanced at him, and Choji definitely underestimated himself.
Hey, you won't make it difficult for me. Kakashi directly turned into a dead fish and looked at a few ninja beasts.
Hearing this, Pa didn't say anything, but said with a bit of pity. Option 1 means to increase our business ability. There will be more opportunities for meritorious deeds in the future, and we can also get benefits. But this pool of rice has solved the problem of thermal insulation for our whole life. The value for money is definitely second to none. For our friendship, Kakashi emphasized. Parker's eyes were full of pity.
The same goes for the other 7 ninja dogs. Seeing this, Uchiha Ran laughed suddenly, put his hand on the desk, and put one hand on his chin, and said, actually, you have never had a problem with food and clothing. It is the first choice to improve the talent of whales. I think everyone should consider it. Look for you and your bitch to darken their skin and leave more high-quality genes. 1.
The words fell, and the expressions of several family members present in the family and several dogs such as Parker change. 0. For flowers. 0. Talent can be inherited. Inoculation is not impossible. Kakashi, my Inu family is very happy to work on this matter. Inu family Hana said as the family representative. This? Kakashi scratched his head. At this moment, Pa hurriedly shouted. 1. We choose 1. It doesn't matter if you mate or not, the main thing is to value your friendship with Kakashi. Wow. The other 7 ninja dogs nodded in agreement. You guys are really my loyal friends. Kakashi couldn't help but complain. Uchiha Ran laughed and said, it's your summoning beast after all, like you are normal. As soon as this statement came out, everyone's eyes on Kakashi changed immediately. Uchiha Ran did not say that they had forgotten that Kakashi chased and killed Jiraiya for a day yesterday. The reason is that Jiraiya stole Kakashi's golden bottle of plums 6 days ago with a swindle. What? Kakashi Jun's face instantly turned red, and he couldn't hide it with a mask. In the Kamui space, Uchiha Obito laughed gleefully when he saw this scene. Rin, Kakashi is too lustful, did you see you? Beside him is the revived Nohara Rin. How did Kakashi become like this? Nohara Rin said angrily. It must have been taught by Jiraiya-sama. Obito, take me back to Konoha. I have to take good care of Kakashi. Uchiha Obito. 0 Come on, the clown is me again. Advertisement, receive award. In the infinite sense of shame, Kakashi saw that the light that enveloped Parker and the others disappeared, and hurriedly received his reward. Rough bird set. He loves it. Uchiha Ran wanted to laugh when he saw it. Uchiha Sasuke came to him a few days ago, hoping to follow the practice. But Uchiha Time Master Ran, this time is arranged clearly. Nanji on the rain countryside needs to be appeased and coordinated. Terumi Mei of Kirien village needs diplomatic affairs, at the same time consolidate the internal affairs of Shizune, and resist the pursuit of the Hinata sisters and Yamanaka Ino. Fortunately, second Hokage was resurrected, and it was a work mania, incarnation of 700 people, and Tsunade was stimulated by Terumi Mei will to do Hokage, and he continued to liberate. Otherwise there is no time at all, so don't teach Uchiha Sasuke around. So he gave him a mouthful and said that he could go to Kakashi to learn how to change the rough bird, such as the hard bird sharp spear that can be transformed into a spear shape and can attack from a long distance, such as the rough bird blade, the hard bird lightsaber, etc., and promised Sasuke learn to teach him a powerful ninjutsu. Sasuke excitedly went to Kakashi. As a result, the latter was stunned. His Ishin's idea of enhancing the power, penetrating power, and lowering the sound of the rough bird followed the development of the advanced ninjutsu Reikiri. What kind of difficult bird sharp gun? Difficult bird rough this did not even think about. This is a thought trap. Not knowing that Sasuke knew that these were inspired by Uchiha Ran, Kakashi once suspected that he was killed by Sasuke's learning talent, and was depressed.
And now, with his summoning beast on the list, he learned these ninjutsu for nothing.
Happy. Finally, I don't have to be suppressed by my disciple's talent. Kakashi thought in a broken way. 99. Ah. Uchiha Ran laughed. What are you laughing at? Tsunade asked with his career line in his arms. Uchiha Ran let himself not commit crimes, looked ahead and said, Pa and their sense of smell have increased 100 times, and they will definitely not be able to hide. Happy. 99. It's really something to be happy about, Tobirama agreed.
He moved his muscles and bones, ready to deal with this villain himself.
Tsunade withdrew, feeling that Uchiha Ran was not telling the truth. But forget it. A woman who breaks the casserole and asks to the end will not like it. Boom. The golden bell rang. A stereoscopic image emerges. Everyone is familiar with this person. The daughter of 4th Hokage, Princess San Shinobi, became Uchiha Ran's secretary, Temari, who was actually a life assistant. In the same moving image, Temari swings the fan with the hook fully open and puts a one-eyed Itachi. Rank 29. Chidori, one-eyed Itachi, agile and heroic, can ride the storm created by Temari with a big fan, in addition to using a scythe larger than himself, can also operate a large number of scythes at the same time, swept everything in an instant. Blood Pact. Temari, Chapter 91 Secretary Temari is listed in the lottery, The Legend of Swordsmanship and Fengshenju. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, Luo Sha. Temari is on the list, as expected of my Fungying daughter, not bad, not bad. Open black lens bracket Galuro. Congratulations to my daughter, come on Temari. Open black lens bracket Yoshimaru. Congratulations to your niece for making the list. Open black lens bracket Konkuro. Congratulations to my sister, open black lens bracket Gaara. Congratulations, sister. Temari was on the gold list and was greeted by the blessings of the amazing people, and then the blessings from the heart of the Sanagakure ninja villagers. Although Sanagakure suffered heavy losses due to 4th Hokage's decision-making mistakes, and even lost the cage-level powerhouse that was difficult to replace her mother-in-law, Temari's sacrifice brought rain to many areas of the Land of Winds, including Sanagakure. So for this princess, everyone likes it from the heart. But Temari didn't pay attention to these, and didn't even respond to the blessings of his parents, uncles and eldest brother, just because of Gaara's sister. It's so rare. Love is printed on his forehead, his eyes are dark and dark, he is in a bad mood all day, and from time to time he says he wants to kill the younger brother who vents his anger. Called her sister, for the first time in 13 years. Temari's eyes immediately turned red, with tears rolling in his eyes, and his nose was sour. The recognition that Gaara's sister is full of is really completely different from others. Although her older sister, 943, was Uchiha Ran's life assistant with a happy mood, the position of the daughter of Kazekage was placed there, and she used to be pampered in Sanagakure. From the one being served to the one serving others, there is a big gap in my heart. And now, she felt it was all worth it. Boom. The live broadcast has already started, and the one-eyed Kama Itachi is now beside Temari out of thin air. The situation in Hokage's office, once again Rhyme is now in front of the shinobi interface. And when he saw the tears in Temari's eyes, Gaara, who was discussing the succession issue with a group of San Shinobi, unleashed his murderous aura. Open black lens bracket Gaara. Sister, why are you crying? Konoha's people bully you, close black lens bracket. When the truth was revealed by Galuro, Gaara felt the love just like his mother had entrusted to her. For his elder sister Temari, who sacrificed, in exchange for his chance to return to the village, his sense of identity is second only to his mother, and he is tied with his former uncle, Yoshimaru. If it wasn't for Temari's repeated persuasion and the fact that he didn't mind being a life assistant for Uchiha Ran, and by the way, he would buy some rain for the country of wind, and he would not agree to this deal at all. But now, seeing his sister wronged, he couldn't bear it. You can cry, you don't know, thinking that our Konoha treated you badly. 39. Uchiha Ran handed a tissue to Temari. Ah, thank you. Temari blushed and took the tissue, feeling very invincible. Advertisement. It's really embarrassing to cry when you're such an adult, you're still a ninja. Gaara, it seems that you treated your sister very badly before, Uchiha Ran said to the live camera. Open black lens bracket Gaara. What do you mean? Why do you think Temari is crying? It's not because you called me sister. 99. Open black lens bracket Gaara. Gaara felt ashamed, every cell was sour.
His eyes swept over a high-level San Shinobi. Obviously these people were expressionless, but he could feel the truth that these people laughed at him.
Boom. Gaara slammed the table and said coldly, I am the son of 4th Kazekage, One-Tail Shozuru is perfect. Jinchuriki Sanagakure is only cage-level ninja left. My sister Temari was left as a proton in Konoha and brought her to the country of wind. Waterkun's begging for rain. Identity, strength, background, merit. Which one am I not number one? This 5th Kazekage, I'm seated. Jananbaki is Funging's assistant, and Mr. Ebizo is the elder. Who is for? Who is against? A circle of chakra wraps around Gaara. Everyone looked at each other. You say so, what can we do? Said you were young and then got hammered by you?
Can't afford to lose this man. And this time, After the small plug has passed, the 1-minute countdown ends.
29th. Chidori, Blood Contract. Temari, Summoning Beast Reward Options. Restore Eyes, Speak Human Words, Master Wind Element, can fly in the sky, incarnate as wind. 2. Restoration of Eyes, Mouth to Mouth, Master Sage Jutsu Training Method, with Wind Style Ninjutsu. Person of the Contract Reward, Primary Wenji Lottery X1. Just like when Kakashi was on the list, summoning beasts are given a choice between 2 rewards, and the contracted ones get a certain reward directly. However, judging from the fact that Temari can obtain the primary 10,000 world lottery, although the contract person is taken by the summoning beast, the rewards that can be obtained are not bad. Dolly, which one do you want to choose? Temari asked Dolly. Ninjas can be divided into 2 categories. One is like Shibone Forest, Longdi Cave, Mount Myoboku, which have ancient heritage, and their bloodlines are full of Shirella, and they are born to practice natural Shirella. They have great potential and are also great for the main force of ninjas. Some of them are even outstanding, comparable to cage-level ninjas.
The other is that ninjas choose gifted beasts or spirit beasts to cultivate in special ways, feed special food, activate their intelligence, train and practice chara, the same as ordinary people. The typical representative is Kakashi's 8 ninja dogs. Advertisement. Temari, the sickle weasel, also has ethnic groups and lands, and also has the ability to inherit from a family, but it is far less powerful than the 3 holy places. The method of cultivating chara is not natural chara, but to ask ninjas to do it, and obtain resources for a long time. Practice ordinary chara.
Temari doesn't want to choose Chidori. The 2 options she faces, the former improves her own strength more. The incarnation of wind element and the ability to fly are not simple auxiliary abilities, but also indirectly improve her strength, and the latter is the training method plus wind ventilation supporting ninjutsu, which can enhance the strength of the entire Kami's clan. Maybe after a few years, the Kame Itachi clan will become the 4th holy place? Among the trade-offs, Temari believes that with the wisdom of Kamodori, he can distinguish for himself. Choose one. At this time, Uchiha Ran opened his mouth and said, Sage Jutsu, I called you, wasting the opportunity. During these 7 days, his time management was not in vain, and he made time to learn Sage Mode at first Hokage.
In fact, as he expected, the Sage Mode of Wisdom Hand Hashirama did not come from any holy place, but the method he groped and comprehended after seeing the former host of the Temple of Fire and performing his unique skills. Wisdom Hashirama is not a difficult Tobarama, and his own understanding of Sage Mode is not like Wood Style. He only needs to record how to seal, so he can record these experiences very well. However, Uchiha Ran now has the Uzumaki family's ability version of the top-level tough physique, and with Mangekyo Sharingan, the power of the 6 paths is not only stronger than the cover hand Hashirama. After 3 days of working as a coolie, Hashirama managed to seize the opportunity. I believe it won't be long before he can develop Sage Mode. To teach Kame Itachi, you can do it. Chidori suddenly looked at Uchiha Ran, and his one eye was full of hope. Then it looked at Temari again, with an inquiry. If it's 5th Hokage, you can trust. Temari was just sure that Uchiha Ran wouldn't lie. Chidori nodded, and then made a choice. Jin Bang shoots golden light. But the light dissipated, a flash of light flashed in Kama Itachi's eyes, who had recovered his eyes, and opened his mouth to make a voice from a royal sister. Temari, my sister will single you in the future. This speech is very social, not the original one-eyed boss. Temari blushed and asked, what did you choose, 11? Of course it's 1. Chidori said as a matter of course. There is double happiness, why only take 1? Smart decision. 9, Uchiha Ran praised. Isn't it necessary? Chidori put the 2 knives behind his back, then jumped to the table in front of Uchiha Ran and looked at him. You are the man who took care of Lil Temari. Chidori, I'll call you Sister Lee, please speak well. Temari hurriedly pulled Chidori to his side. The people present burst into laughter. This Itachi is very interesting, and looks like a big sister in society. You choose the lottery first, and I will be your advisor, Uchiha Ran said to Temari. Temari's originally carefree personality was also very shy at this time, and quickly nodded obediently. Lottery draw. The light of the gold list fell, and the familiar lottery plate appeared. Tsunade beeped, and rushed in front of Temari, then said with his hand, come on, hold the hand of my gambling god, wait until I let you start, you will definitely be able to hit Admiral. A bunch of people twitched at the corners of their mouths. Advertisement. What a wrong perception of himself this is, the 6th generation can continue to speak these words. Shaogang, it's become Hokage, you must be self-aware, 99. The lottery is too deep, you can't control it, let Grandpa come. Difficult hand Hashirama jumped to Temari's side, took out a fan and fanned it out of nowhere, and said, my luck is to you, in the whole ninja world. I am the 2nd, and no one dares to be the 1st. I dare. Tsunade quickly dismantled the stage. Shaogang, you can't do well with Grandpa like this. Huisho Hashirama advised earnestly. Then why don't we take a gamble? Oh who? Come on, I won't let you this time. Who let you wave? You have to tell the whole ninja world that you are at the bottom of the circle. 4.0 Hey, what I said, you obviously have a deep understanding of yourself. Pick it up. Uchiha Ran touched Temari's head. What? Temari did not dare to look Uchiha Ran in the eyes, but he felt that with such tenderness, he must be lucky. What?
The turntable turns, and finally stops at the props tile. Immediately after, the screen switches to become 5 worlds. Stigma of the Wind, a certain scientific railgun, Inuyasha, Fairy Tale, Legend of Swordsman. After the 5 areas are hooked, the pointer turns by itself without Temari operation. Finally stay on the Legend of Swordsmanship. A ray of light bloomed on the gold list and fell on Temari. When the light disappeared, everyone saw that he had a bead in his hand with the word, Wind, written on it. This is the end of the live broadcast screen, yo. The golden bell rang. A new stereoscopic image appeared. When Tobirama saw it, his expression turned cold. It's Shimura shit. The art of summoning. Shimura hides the 3-dimensional phantom and summons a dream taper. 28th. Nightmare Taper, the legendary dream-eating beast, Monk's Eye, can open its mouth wide and use wind style to blow and swallow objects in front of it. Blood Pact. Shimura Treasure, Chapter 92 Hidden Joy gives rise to sadness, the red tyrannical carp dragon in Wuyan Village. Subscribe.
Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. I actually went around 28.
In a dark cave with only a few candles burning in a human environment, Shimura Zhang was not happy that he was on the list, but a lot of dissatisfaction arose. The family knows what to do. Difficult Hand Tobirama and Uchiha ran teamed up to issue the first Super S-level pursuit order for him in the ninja world. As long as he is killed, he can get Konoha's friendship and many benefits. Now, he can be said to be a street rat that everyone in the ninja world shouts and beats, and it is basically impossible to do anything in the ninja world.
The only chance to turn over is the gold list. As long as you can be on the list, as long as you can get good things, as long as you become strong enough, you can turn around and call the shots.
But in the past 7 days, after some speculation and analysis, he found that he could hardly get on the gold list. For example, the strength list, the ninja list, the talent list, etc., it is difficult for him to rank in the top 30. Unless he can catch a bad guy leaderboard, a murder leaderboard, he might be able to compete. But these lists are very down to earth, not like the type that the gold list will be released. Only this summoning beast list has a good chance. But the result? 27. Whatever, it's better than nothing. I've been praying that I can get a prop or ability that can help hide my identity. I hope there is. Shimura Zhang quietly looked forward to it, and at the same time put his awareness on the Jinbang chat channel with some anticipation. Wisdom Tobirama must be angry when he sees himself on the list, right? HMPH, the old man must live and live well. All the faults are that you chose Sarutobi Hibiki instead of this old man. With this thought in mind, Shimura's expression suddenly froze. Luosha. Why is the live broadcast gone? Oh, Shimura hides this mouse on the list, and he is hiding in a dark place again, so he can't see it. Uchiha 03 ran. It's very picturesque, just like him. He wants to make him Hokage, but he can't do it. Luosha. What 5th Hokage said was, that at Temari, how about the Fengshenju you got? Answer if it is inconvenient.
Open black lens bracket Temari. Father, there is nothing that can't be said. When Jinbang released this Fengshenju, it bound my soul, and only I can use it. Screenshot.
The screenshot is the Fengshenju information. Fengshenju, from the Legend of Swordsmanship, Kowloon Ball, the ancient weapon of function, the bead at the hilt of Fengshenjian, is the power source of Fengshenjian, which can summon strong winds to attack. Ability 1. It can be embedded in any weapon, as long as there are enough chara. It can look up the wind blowing the mountains, can easily create a tsunami, and can split the clouds.
Ability 2. The power of wind is friendly. Any wind power, wind attribute chara, can easily become stronger, and you can use this to perceive the power of nature.
Ability 3. Holding this bead can ignore all windy attacks. Follow-up abilities to be unlocked. There's a chance to get the inheritance of function. Bunker. It turns out that my chance for Sand Shinobi's rise is with Temari, 99. Okay, that's really good. In Shinigami's stomach, Luosha shouted excitedly. This Fengshenju has too many abilities, and the effect is very strong. Temari was definitely lucky to be able to get this kind of police treasure through the primary Wenji lottery. The ability alone is invincible. Chara is enough to blow up mountains and create tsunamis. Isn't it stronger than the tailed beast? Splitting clouds is even more exaggerated, equivalent to creating typhoons and tornadoes. Advertisement. This is power beyond cage level completely. Although it is related to the amount of chala, Luosha believes that Uchiha Ran will find a way to solve this problem faced by Temari. Why Uchiha Ran will solve? Temari is his man, isn't that what it should be?
Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Sister Temari, what kind of luck did she have? She was able to drive such an artifact. Close black lens bracket.
There is a chance to unlock the way to get the inheritance of function, isn't it an artifact? Terumi Mei was sour. Temari is using all her strength now, and may have taken her away with a single fan. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Temari obviously got my light, so I said it was time for a lottery. Open black lens bracket Yansho Hashirama. Ozuna, this is obviously my credit, how can you talk nonsense? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Grandfather, please have a face. I grabbed Temari's hand. Beautiful hand Hashirama. I am also fanned. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Can you both have a face? This is obviously due to Raikun. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Ah, You are an old aunt who calls herself a sister, and you are shameless to so. Terumi Mei. Grandma Tsunade, you are not qualified to say that. Close black lens bracket.
Open black lens bracket Tsunade, Grandma. Terumi Mei, you forced me to take care of Mist. Quote.
Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. I'm so afraid, but who can enter and who can rhyme in Wuyan now? It's entirely up to me to decide.
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei, except you. Quote. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Then you are also stained with the light of Kun. Without his command, you can bring back a group of green caterpillars when you go to the spirit world. Where can you get so many powerful water-breathing spirits to be summoning beasts? Quote. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Then I will naturally thank Ran Kun in my own way, it has nothing to do with your mere Sanin. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. What Sanin, I am now Konoha 6th Hokage. Closing square bracket. Terumi Mei. Who doesn't know that your Hokage is Daikun made you do it? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Cough, you are not right here. Sister Tsunade has excellent conditions in all aspects, and she deserves the title of Hokage.
Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Well, if Ron-kun says so, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Tsunade. You'd better keep your words at ease, the dark age of the third generation has passed, and I, Konoha, now have 4 Hokages in charge, and the world is invincible. Close black lens bracket. The resurrection of Tobirama, the half-resurrection of Hashirama, and the resurrection of other relatives in the future will make Tsunade's character more and more like appearance. Even Tsunade Haime's petty temperament wasn't hiding in the past. However, there are 3 Hokages covering her, and now she has 70% of Hashirama's strength.
Tsunade. In the Shinigami space, just after being beaten by Namikaze Minato, Hyugen Sarutobi, who was beaten by Luasha, wanted to cry without tears. Do you know how he spent these 7 days? Just whipping the corpse, is it interesting?
Equally unhappy is Shimura Zhang. Open black lens bracket Shimura Tibetan. The old man's reward is here, close black lens bracket. 28th. Yumina, Blood Contract, Shimura Collection. Summoning Beast Reward Options. 1. Super Power Inheritance. 2. Lip Beads, Genjutsu Ability Inheritance. After swallowing, the master can realize the dream. The ability of dream reality can be immune to most Genjutsu.
Contractor Rewards. With Uchiha Bloodline, Uchiha Fire Style Daquan Comprehensive Grandmaster. Advertisement. The reward options for Shimura and its summoning beast, Dream Taper, have actually been around for a while.
But everyone in the whole ninja world seemed to have not seen it and had no intention of discussing it at all. No one expresses envy, no one expresses jealousy, and no one congratulates. Shimura hides, the darkness of Konoha, so unpopular? Meng Taper, choose 2.99 hide for the Dream Taper to make a decision.
Although Meng-ji is called Meng Taper, it is said that he has the ability to eat dreams, but that is really just a legend.
Zhang is very clear about his dreams, and he is best at wind-style ninjutsu at first glance. In addition, he has an iron stomach that can digest everything. And if you can get the Zodiac Bead, the Dream Taper can live up to its name in the future. The ability to exchange reality and dream is very suitable for him, a wise man who controls everything behind the scenes. But the next moment, his expression froze. A ray of light fell from the top of the golden list, covering the body of the Dream Taper. The time when this ray of light appeared was the same as when he opened his mouth. In other words, Meng Dian himself has made a decision. You won't choose one? Asterisk looked at the Dream Taper. The latter seemed to understand his eyes, and there was a blue light in his eyes. Crap, I chose one. A voice suddenly sounded from the bottom of my heart, and my heart suddenly sank. This Dream Taper actually chose one? The people of the whole ninja world now have a clearer understanding of the elf world. The reason is that 5th Mizukage Terumi Mei went to this world for a day a few days ago, during which most of the time there were live broadcasts. There are various kinds of spirits in that world, and the master has the power of different attributes. Some powerful elves can use the tailed beast Jade to destroy the death light. But the weak elves can only spin and collide. The upper and lower limit spans are very large and cannot be grasped. I don't know what kind of elf Sulipai is, but I don't want to dream the taper adventure. I think it's better to get real pearls.
Unfortunately it's over. What ability did you get? Zhang had to suppress his emotions and asked.
Telepathy, dream eating, hypnosis. The Nightmare Taper named a bunch of skills. Hidden eyes lit up instantly. These tricks are very powerful. Could it be that the Nightmare Taper accidentally chose a more cost-effective inheritance? When you decide that the reward is over, experiment, hide your gaze and look at the reward you can get. Immediately following, he looked ugly. Uchiha Bloodline. Who wants this kind of thing? Puff. In Hokage's office, Uchiha Ran laughed unkindly when he saw the ugly expression on his face. Everyone looked over. What are you laughing at this time? Tsunade leaned in and asked. A burst of hot springs mixed with the special milky scent wafted over, which made Uchiha Ran a little confused. Advertisement. I laugh and hide. The policeman summoning beast as a reward. Only he is a punishment. Uchiha Ran said calmly, and put one hand under the desk secretly. Punishment? Surprised for a moment, Kakashi asked curiously, we all know that Sharingan who hides one arm, wouldn't it be better to get the Uchiha bloodline?
He himself is a typical representative, a Sango Jade, actually Mangekyo, as squeezed dry.
Do not, Uchiha Ran shook his head, and then spoke directly on the Jinbang 943 chat. Uchiha Ran. A large number of Hashirama cells have been transplanted in his left arm and the power of Sharingan, Uchiha and Wood style has formed a balance, but he still needs to wear equipment for sealing. If he gets the Uchiha bloodline, his control over Sharingan will be improved. However, the incompatibility of working with Wood style will be great. If the seal is unlocked, it may become a tree directly.
Uchiha Ran. Even if it's okay, for Zhang, Sharingan is used to launch Izanagi's resurrection, and getting Uchiha Madara bloodline is completely useless. Quote.
Uchiha Ran. As for the Uchiha clan fire style ninjutsu, I heard that the strongest thing that hides you is the wind path, which is helping you become a veritable Hokage. 1.
Uchiha Ran's remarks are full of schadenfreude. Seeing it, Zhang almost vomited blood. That's right, he played wind style very well and reached cage level at his peak, which is more competent than wind and shadow. This fire style is really sweet. Onogi. Got it. By the way, you don't tell the old monkey every day that Uchiha is out of control, inherently evil, and must be eradicated. Now that you have Uchiha blood, you can change your surname to Uchiha, or do you want to commit suicide first?
Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. What are you thinking? How can I hate Uchiha to transplant Sharingan? Luosha. 4th Raikage is rarely smart. Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. The old ninja world is famous for double standards. Hey, you all wait for me. Zhang put a harsh word on the camera in the live broadcast room, and then chose Xiao to receive it. If you do not receive it, the gold list will also be distributed after the countdown is over. He no longer wanted to be a clown in front of the ninja interface. The rays of light fell, and the gold medal list was issued. The live room becomes a black screen. I must make you all pay. Zhang pulls his cane and roars, but at this moment, a voice sounded behind him. You won't have a chance. This voice. Zhang's pupils shrank, and he turned his head suddenly. Mr. Tobarama. At the same time, yo, the golden bell rang again. A three-dimensional image of Kirigakura Murakami appeared, and Yuin crouched down. The art of summoning. Bang, a red carp dragon hook appeared. 27th place. Tyrannosaurus blood contract, blue. Upon seeing this, Uchiha Ran was overjoyed. First place, sure. Chapter 93 Super Evolution or Super Giant, Terumi Mei's Lugia, subscribe. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement Leaf Village. Hokage office building, 5th generation, it seems that your guesses are all correct. Seeing the Tyrannosaurus carp dragon on the list, Naralu, who has always been calm, couldn't hide his excitement and said, summoning beasts are not limited to ninja beasts, but all beasts, as long as they sign a contract with ninjas, they can meet the standards. If some powerful ninjas and beasts do not sign contracts with people and establish a superficial relationship, they will not be able to make the list. In this way, all the preparations we made earlier can be used. Anyone with a vision understands that times have changed. In the deep-rooted thinking of ninjas, the most important thing is inheritance. The will of the 5 hidden villages is the carrier of inheritance in the way of transmission. Swad is Konoha's will to fire, and the will of fire is, where the leaves are flying, the fire will continue to grow, which means that the fire will continue to illuminate the existence and make the new leaves sprout. The emphasis is on inheriting this idea. The meaning of the will of fire is that young people are the hope of the future. The older generation should trust and protect them, and not be afraid of sacrifice, because it is not meaningless, but it will strongly burden the young people to move forward in the future. Righteousness is very high. Hashirama, who came up with this will, set an example, and the jagged 2nd generation also abides by this creed, sacrificing himself for the chance to escape for Hizen, Shimura and others. But in the hands of 3rd generation, this so-called will of fire became a tool. But these are in the past tense. For the 1st generation and 2nd generation, as well as the deceased 4th generation couple, Konoha White Fang, etc., they are not keen on resurrection, they are moving forward for themselves, leaving will and faith, and living in history as good. However, the appearance of the Golden List, the existence of all worlds, the grandeur of the world, and the vastness of the universe made them change their minds one after another. Everyone wants to be on the Gold List, continue to become stronger, and see the wider world. The current Konoha can almost push the ninja world horizontally. You can also add the Akatsuki organization, Uchiha Madara, but it has not done so, because it is the era of Jinbang. The war in the ninja world is not in a hurry. Everyone is now staring at the Gold List, analyzing and making plans to strive for as many listings as possible, and strive for the top performance of wood expulsion. Konoha is no exception. After Uchiha Ran succeeded 5th Hokage, he made the Gold List a top priority. The research on the Summoning Beast list has not stopped for a day, and several sets of plans have been formulated. And now, things are moving in the best direction for them. Keep watching. Uchiha Ran smiled slightly. At this time, the live broadcast room is opened. The picture is the hidden village of Mizukage, the Mizukage office building. Like the Konoha village side, all the high-level executives were present, plus some talented young ninjas. Advertisement, however, compared to the lineup on Konoha's side, it is far worse. Boom. Ao, who served as Mizukage's assistant, was puffing up with smoke. Immediately following, a blood-red scale on his back, a beige on his belly, his mouth wide open all the time, with a huge body of about 10 meters, a tyrannical carp dragon hook appeared. If it is placed in the elf world, anyone can recognize its identity, but it is a flashing carp dragon. The 4 Uranus champion Yulongdu, which ranks among the top 5 in overall strength in the wizard world, has a red tyrannical carp dragon, which is very popular all over the world.
And this red Tyrannosaurus has now become a green summoning beast.
At this point, Uchiha Ran had to lament Terumi Mei's luck. A few days ago, considering the particularity of the summoning beast list, he found time to go to Mizukage village to have a friendly conversation with Terumi Mei, and successfully persuaded the Mizukage to go to the elf world the next day.
Going to Otherworld to ask about making a fortune should not be a big fanfare. It should be secretly broadcast for the time specified by the golden list before starting. But Terumi Mei had zero understanding of the elf world, while Uchiha Ran knew it very well. All the two sides had the basis for questioning. Terumi Mei had been streaming live since she went to the elf world. She set off under the attention of all the people, and on behalf of the people of the Hokage world, she started the first Otherworld exploration. The location of the hook is the location pointed by the Water Kun, somewhere in the city capital area of the Guandu mainland.
The elf world can be described as a paradise for elves, but the human world is also full of ninja world without high tech. Everyone in the ninja world followed Terumi Mei's footsteps to explore deeply, as if Grandma Lu entered the Grand View Garden.
Of course, Uchiha Ran didn't feel like a special police officer, at most he just thought about having a chance to play it himself in the future. After Terumi Mei's temporary exploration, he commanded remotely through the Jinbang chat area to help him subdue a large number of elves that have training value and can increase the strength of Hei's village. At that time, Terumi Mei's location happened to be near Wrath Lake in Kaji Town, which is where Team Rocket experimented with special evolutionary ultrasonic waves and finally made the red Tyrannosaurus carp dragon born.
That red tyrannical carp dragon was taken away by Yulongdu long ago, and it became an ace in his hand. Therefore, it is said that Terumi Mei was lucky and met a fish that slipped through the net with the help of Water Kun. He just didn't expect that he actually gave this red tyrannical carp dragon to Ching. Really a competent Mizukage. However, with Terumi Mei in his hands, he will definitely be on the list this time.
Uchiha Ran thought to himself. At the same time, Terumi Mei was a little greedy and said, I used a lot of energy to conquer the red tyrannical carp dragon, but I didn't expect that I could only be ranked 27. It seems that this time, I want to use the elf to dominate. List is impossible.
This result is actually expected. Master Yuan opened his eyes and said brightly, although the elves in the elf world are amazing, they are far inferior to the giant ninja beasts who practice sage jutsu in the 3 holy places before they fully grow up. But as long as we nurture them well, these elves will grow up sooner or later. What's more, they have a great impact on our Hei's life now. 99. Yeah. Terumi Mei nodded in agreement, and then said, I hope these elves will not be acclimatized in our world and will be able to produce offspring, so that we will soon be able to have 1 elves in the village of Kirien. There will be this day. Yuan Shi also nodded in anticipation. The chat between the two did not shy away from live broadcast. The elves are about to become a special force in the Hei's, and their wave can be said to be advertising. Completely obedient, Master Summoningmon, a spirit with many strange abilities, will never lack the market. Advertisement. The options are out. Terumi Mei's eyes changed slightly, and she held her cheek with one hand, looking very interested. 27th place. Red Tyrannosaurus, Blood Contract, Blue. Reward options 1. Permanent Mega Evolution 2. With the help of the Golden List, the Master Tyrannosaurus Carp Dragon itself does not have the supergiant power, but it needs to be trained by itself to become stronger and bigger. Contractor Reward. Red Eye, Double, Advanced, Red Eye. Ching immediately noticed the reward that belonged to him, and even shouted excitedly, Receive, 99.
A ray of light suddenly dropped from the Jinbang.
When the light dissipated, Ching's exposed eyes had indeed turned into reddish-brown eyes. He hurriedly removed the blindfold from the other eye. Originally, under this blindfold, there was a white eye sealed in a special way, which could be like the meaning of the Japanese family, and consumed chakra when using the white eye ability. But since Uchiha Ran asked for it, Ching voluntarily handed over the eye. And this is also the reason why Terumi Mei handed the red carp dragon to him. It is a reward and compensation, and more importantly, it is to inspire the hearts of the village, and it is difficult to buy horse bones. And now, the blue eyes have become red eyes. This Ching has a deep obsession with rebellion. Uchiha Ran said with a slight smile, I lost a white eye, but now I get a pair of red eyes known as the white-eyed nemesis under the Golden List reward, and the Golden List will give corresponding rewards according to the wishes of the list. Is this not obsessive? Really? Hearing Uchiha Ran's words, Hiyashi responded with a smile, and then said confidently, but the white eyes of my family are no longer what they used to be. The red eye of the white-eyed nemesis is just a joke.
Everyone nodded in agreement with what he said. The Japanese family has changed the core of the family's development, placing the continuous gentle fist in a second-class position, mainly researching methods to improve pupil power, so that Bayan has a steady improvement path, just like the previous Uchiha Sharingan.
This initiative is a difficult road of exploration, but every Hinata member is full of interest.
Breathe. In the live broadcast room, Ching quickly regained his composure, regained his calm expression, and asked Terumi Mei, Lord 5th Generation, which one do you think I should let the red Tyrannosaurus choose?
The best thing about the elves compared to the native ninja beasts is that after being captured, they basically completely obey the opinions of their masters, rather than being very assertive, and sometimes they are even equal to the summoners or even turn heads. It's nerve-wracking. Terumi Mei rubbed her temples and sighed. I don't know what Mega Evolution and Gigantic Evolution are, so I can't compare them. How do you ask me to help you decide? If I knew it earlier, I should find a way to pack some knowledge data of the elf world back. It's really blinding now. Forget it, I can only ask that stinky man. Advertisement. The last time I hugged myself, this time I was asking for something, wouldn't I want to taste the smell of lipstick? Thinking of this, Terumi Mei found herself looking forward to it. Fifth Hokage, little brother Ran, which one do you think you should choose? 93 Terumi Mei asked the camera in the live room, and she did not shy away. Well, it can't be avoided. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. You decide to do it yourself, I am Hokage. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Well, as a Hokage, you must consider the interests of Konoha, so tell me the poorer options. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. You are so smart. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Obvious, isn't it? Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Conan. Uchiha Ran. I definitely can't make a decision for you, but I will explain to you what power the two options correspond to, as compensation for that matter. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Then you have to speak first. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Mega Evolution is also known as Super Progress, Million Evolution. In the world of elves, it is a temporary evolution that only occurs during the battle process. Originally restricting the power to further evolve, it can liberate the hidden power in a short period of time, and exert the power that Yen usually cannot match with evolution. The gold list reward is permanent, you think. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Before the super jaundization, let's talk about the super jaundization. It is a phenomenon of elf jaundization that only occurs in specific places. It can happen to any Pokemon. It is also powerful and shocking. In this regard, similar to the super evolution, the district police focus on the former's attributes and the latter's body size, while the super giant is based on the super giant. Only a small number of special elves are inlaid with giants again, and the limit is not worse than the tail beast. The second reward of the golden list option is to let the red tyrannosaur also have the possibility of super giant, but you have to practice it yourself. Simple and easy to understand by Uchiha Ran. The former is equivalent to giving the red Tyrannosaurus a powerful force, and the latter option is to let the red Tyrannosaurus have a broader future, and the upper limit is much higher than the option. Choose 2. Terumi Mei made a decisive choice. Yes. Cheng hurriedly gave orders to the red Tyrannosaurus. Roar. In a golden light, the red tyrannical carp dragon transformed. Yo. The transformation of the red Tyrannosaurus carp dragon is over. The scene of the live broadcast room did not change, and the bell of the gold medal sounded again. In the sky, the stereoscopic image becomes Terumi Mei. The art of summoning. A silver-white bird sprite appeared. Rank 26. Lugia, young. Blood pact. Terumi Mei. Chapter 94. Terumi Mei draws again. What the hell is on campus? Customize. Previous chapter. Next chapter advertisement. Okay. In the live broadcast room, along with a happy cry, a silver-white figure flew in from the side window of the Mizukage building, and came to Terumi Mei as a friendly assistant. This is a beast with the characteristics of dragons, plesiosaurs and birds. The whole body is silver, the belly is light blue, the neck is long and thin, the body is smooth and streamlined, and the back tail and tip are dark blue or black. Flake-like protrusions, with blue-like structures around the eyes, and the rest are white. If it is placed in the elf world, this elf can be shocked by everyone except stupid things. It is only a superpower and flying attribute, but it can be a powerful being of the god of the sea. However, Lugia is a breeding species, only the strongest in the clan has the authority of the god of the sea, and the other gods of the sea are responsible for the management of certain sea areas. This one in front of Terumi Mei has a name that belongs to her, Xiao Yin. Xiao Yin is the son of Lugia who is in charge of the waters near the Uzumaki Islands in the Chengdu area. He was rounded up by the rockets not long after he was born, and was rescued by Ash and his party at a critical moment. This little silver is Terumi Mei's biggest gain from going to the elf world, and it's all under the guidance of Uchiha Ran. Onogi. Another elf is on the list. I remember 5th Hokage said that this Lugia was still in its infancy, and I didn't expect it to be stronger than the seemingly powerful red Tyrannosaurus. Quote. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Xiao Yin is the child of the sea god, understand? Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. After the 27th place, what's the heir? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Xiao Yin is the child of the god of the sea, understand? Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Talk or you can talk. Luo Sha. When Shui Jibai was on the blood list, the inheritance option obtained included the frozen bird, and the commentary video included Lugia, the god of the sea. Destroying the dead light is no worse than the tailed beast Jade. Terumi Mei. That 943 is still under the condition that Lugia did not use the power of priesthood to increase. Open black lens bracket Tsunere. I think, this Rocky you have has no priesthood, what's so good about Tsunade? Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. I am happy, this is a token of love from brother Ran. Open black lens bracket Fenghua Xiaoshui. Open black lens bracket Conan. What caused you to be so narcissistic? Close corner bracket. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. You are really thick-skinned, obviously because of Water-kun. Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. Water-kun is a token of love from me, shy. Yamanaka Ino. We don't speak, it doesn't mean we're not here, 5th Mizukage please make it. Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. It's so boring. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Old Kumi, your reward options have appeared. Uchiha Ran was a little helpless. A few sultry attributes, a few nympho, a few strong-mouth kings. They are stunned to quickly develop the Jinbang into a star-chasing holy place. Advertisement, the feeling continues, and even the set of the rice circle has to come out. He didn't like it at all. And Chirumi Mei can get Xiaoyan, although she has his guidance, but mainly because of her own luck. There are many parallel worlds in the elf world. The first few animes are a line, and only the first 4 regions, and the latter 2 regions are pure newcomers Xiaoji in the Alliance, more like parallel worlds, after all, they are always 10 years old. As for the world with Go Hao, can Xiaoji be able to luck the protagonist? Fortunately, in the parallel world, many places will be similar, such as Lugia Xiaoyan in the Chengdu area. But Chirumi Mei was lucky enough to find it. Of course, it is Uchiha, Adia, who can persuade Xiaoyan's mother to let her child go. In this way, is the reward I want less? Looks like we'll have to make up the price difference next time we meet. Uchiha thought while rubbing his chin. Summoning Beast reward options. 1. Get the priesthood of the god of the Sea of Ninja, the scope of authority is the sphere of influence of the training. 2. Master Sage Jutsu Training Method Contractor's Reward, Elementary Wenji Lottery Draw once.
Summoning beasts and contractors bonuses are now available.
Chirumi Mei is the same as Temari's reward, it is a chance to draw a lottery in the world. So everyone focused their attention on the Summoning Beast reward option, and everyone was serious. After all, smart people understand that when Xiao Yin fully grows up, the help to Chirumi Mei and Kiryu is no less than adding a tailed beast, and it is the kind that is very powerful and functional. And the gold list reward will undoubtedly speed up Lugia's strengthening speed, and even raise its upper limit. Open black lens bracket 4th generation eye. What does the first option mean? Why can't you understand it? Mabui. Boss, if you don't understand, you can ask us, or let us ask, please don't expose yourself as soon as you come up, support your forehead. Putting on such a 4th generation project, it made Cloud Shinobi Village embarrassed and deepened the policeman's impression of recklessness. Open black lens bracket 4th generation eye. Next time you know, do you know what the first option means? Azabui. Training. Our world should refer to contract ninjas. Option 1 means that Lugia of the 5th Mizukage can have the authority of the god of the sea within the territory of the land of water.
Nara Shikahisa. This is the meaning. If the sphere of influence of the water country expands, the scope of the power of the god of the sea of Lugia will also increase. Open black lens bracket Baki. I understand, if 5th Mizukage lets Lugia choose one, Kurigakushi will be very aggressive next. Quote. Advertisement. Onogi. When ya, prepare the border defense line. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. Hey, you guys are doing this. Chirumi Mei said with a speechless expression. You don't have to join forces to put pressure on me so that I don't choose one, right? Obviously, everyone is afraid of Lugia's strength when she grows up, and is afraid of having the authority of the god of the sea, and the means of creating storms and storms easily within the sphere of influence. That is the power of washing the ground, and no one can resist it for the time being. These people are planning ahead. It's all old politics. Choose 2, Lugia, Chirumi Mei said to Lugia with a dark face. She couldn't pretend not to see the pressure of the 4 hidden villages. Haze is not Konoha. Seeing that Konoha just sent out a military advisor, Nara Shikahisa, you will know that there are high standards now. But she actually wanted to choose the second. The 2 options that Lugia faced were similar to the 2 options that Genji Red Tyrannosaurus faced. The first option was to immediately strengthen its strength, but in the long run, its growth was limited, and the second was to take a long-term view, catch big fish and increase the cap potential. After all, there is no such way to become stronger in the wizard world. The power of the wizard itself depends on the talent. The so-called training is only to increase the speed of the thistle, and the master more tricks, which reduce the energy consumption and the time it takes to accumulate abilities, etc. Etc. is for the development of existing wealth. But if Lugia can absorb the natural chara of the ninja world and become stronger, not only will the strengthening cycle in the early stage be shortened, but it will also have an infinitely broad future. Priesthood may not be so attractive. Lugia nodded obediently, and then obediently chose the second. The next moment, a golden light fell from the golden list, covering it. When the golden light dissipated, Chirumi Mei immediately felt the difference in Lugia. It seems that there was some sense of isolation from this world at first, but now it can be integrated into nature in turn. Ming, this world makes me feel a lot more comfortable. Lugia's voice resounded in Chirumi Mei's heart. Master Sage Jutsu Chara practice and use of it, easily master the telepathy.
Chirumi Mei found it interesting, and secretly communicated with Lugia in the bottom of her heart, but on the surface she shouted, pick up. The golden list shoots light and turns into a lottery roulette. Since it is a primary lottery, there are still 5 blocks, which are divided into inheritance, gong method, secret technique, secret method, bloodline, talent, props, and inheritance. Advertisement in these 5 areas, inheritance is the most valued now. Although the inheritance is uncertain, it gives the impression that the profit is the most. Lottery. Terumi Mei shouted. The pointer starts to select, and finally freezes on the item bar. Since Terumi Mei had a chance to draw a lottery and did not repeat it, the lottery automatically entered the next stage. The content on the disc has changed, and it has become 5 regional tiles. Teach Hitmanreborn. Puff. Seeing the contents on the turntable, Uchiha Ran almost spit out the tea in his mouth. It's better to teach the world, there are a lot of useful props to start. The worlds of Qin-Shi and Tianqing are sister worlds, and it can also be said to be parallel worlds with the same characters but different stories, but there are indeed many good things in them, such as famous swords, such as Kanglong Kisu. The world of Tiga covers a wide range, after all, it is a multiverse. May make Uchiha Ran almost gaff as the 5th world, day on campus. If Terumi Mei really draws this world, it is estimated that he has lost 8 generations of blood emblems. What good things can be drawn in this world? Brother Cheng's head, or Brother Cheng's scum? Or a scythe? Hey, why do you feel like you're warning me? Uchiha Ran pushed his glasses lightly to hide his unease. I didn't expect that the Myriad Realms lottery would even involve such a world, but it seems to be inquisitive. That a certain father, a certain mother, a certain sick house, a certain office, a certain world of dark scriptures, etc., is it also? Could Fraternity Uchiha roll over? The character design must not collapse. Let me think about why the world can't find more wives at the same time. Understood. From today, my wish is world peace. 32% Chapter 95 The Ring of Peng Lai? Previous chapter Next chapter. Advertisement. It would be a joke to say that Hashirama single-handedly advocated ethos of single-mindedness. This Han, jumping between Madara and Uzumaki Mido repeatedly, must not be innocent, squinting smile. In fact, the monopoly system in this cultural tradition still remains in the ancient world, and only ninjas choose to abide by it. Because, in the world of ninjas, feelings must be erased. Ninjas get married just to breed a better next generation, so sowing attaches great importance to bloodlines, and the children of ninjas have to face a miserable fate since they are born. To kill or not to kill, to love or not to love, sometimes in order to carry out the task, the sword in his hand has to stab Lu's sweetheart's chest, and he will use a ruthless tone to say to the world. This is the world of ninjas. Ninjas are the product of darkness. They come from the darkness and return to the darkness in the end. Their lives were already destined to perish in battle, and there was no escape. This jar is the truth of ninja oneness, but Uchiha Ran, he's not a ninja whose mind is imprisoned. He understands very well that to break this single-mindedness, he just needs to make the world peaceful and change the world system. At that time, ninjas will be on the right track like ordinary people. During this period of time, why are more and more people speaking in the Jinbang chat area, and their words are becoming more and more presumptuous? Of course, after being suppressed for a long time, suddenly there's a channel for venting, and I can't control it. Such is the result. It may have been a bit difficult to use, but relying on the gold list, I believe it won't take long. Uchiha Ran put on his gentle smile again and refilled himself a cup of tea. Yamanaka Ino and Temari secretly looked at his little girl, and their hearts were filled with a beat. At this moment, Jiraiya's carefree voice sounded. From the perspective of this immortal, this great writer, the 5 worlds that 5th Mizukage will reward in this lottery are definitely the best in the campus world. Puff. Uchiha Ran couldn't hold back after all, he sprayed the tea in his mouth and drenched Jiraiya's face. Everyone looked at Uchiha Ran, not understanding how he suddenly lost his composure. Hokage, a senior ninja. Tsunade thought of something, one arm around his chest, the other on the desk, holding his chin and looking at Uchiha Ran. Could it be that you also have some understanding of the campus world this day? Uchiha Ran understands that 10,000 worlds is no longer a secret in the entire ninja world. The SWAT was the means by which he precisely directed Terumi Mei to go to his brother's location to capture some kind of spirit that day, which was really eye-opening. So far, the world he doesn't understand has not been revealed. It is true and learned. I didn't. You are talking nonsense. The police are talking nonsense. Hearing what Tsunade said, Uchiha Ran resolutely denied Sanlian. How could a gentleman like him, not Jiraiya and Kakashi, have seen such fine products? Huh? Tsunade frowned in disbelief. Advertisement. But don't wait for her to say anything. Uchiha Ran suddenly widened his eyes and said with a slight gaffe, Pengali ring. Ring of Pengles. What is that? Many people were stunned, and immediately turned their attention to the Jinbang live broadcast room.
I saw that the pointer on the turntable in front of Terumi Mei had stopped, and the area where it stayed was, Teach the Mafia. Mouth. At this time, the gold list screen is beating. Open black lens bracket ring battle close black lens bracket. During the selection of the 10th generation leader of Pengal, Valia, a unit directly under Pengal's 9th generation, launched the Cradle Incident to betray the family, and the originator's XANXUS was blamed by the leader of the 9th generation. The seal lasted for 8 years. During the 8 years, the remaining members of Valia got one of the half Pengali rings to rescue the sealed XANXUS, captured the 9th generation leader of Pengali, and forced the 9th generation leader to write the duel book, forcing the battle for the Ring of Pengal to be launched. Closing parenthesis. In order to seize the other half of the Ring of Pengali kept by consultants outside Penjali's door, XANXUS and others fought against Tsunaji and others at Bingsheng Middle School. Close black lens bracket. The Battle of Fog for the Ring of Fog begins, and the location of the battle is the gymnasium of Bingsheng Middle School. Before the battle begins, the guardian of fog of A Sunafang has not arrived, and at this time outside the gymnasium, but Rhyme revealed Obsidian's dog and rough breed and the girl Kuram's skull.
Kulam has the same pineapple hair as the six-paths skeleton, and wears a blindfold on his right eye. When the guardians of a gang saw her, they mistakenly thought she was the six-paths skeleton. After the battle, the guardian of Valia's side, Mammon, had the advantage until Kuram fell to the ground due to injury, his internal organs suddenly disappeared, and the six-paths skeletons materialized through Kuram, and overwhelmingly dominance beats Ma-like.
After the war, Asunafang won the Ring of Mist, and at the same time he learned about Kuram's life experience. He is the physical medium of the six-paths skeleton, and together with the six-paths skeleton, it constitutes the whole body of Tien Tsunayoshi's Mist Guardian. Quote. Kulam has become the guardian of the 10th generation of Fog of Pengal since this time. The video ends here. Closing parenthesis. The battle for the Ring of Mist did not mention much information related to the ability of the ring itself, but instead focused on the process of competing for the two sides. But the picture of the two sides fighting has opened the eyes of many people.
It's cage-level battles, and the ring that can make them fight with hands is definitely not ordinary.
Immediately, the disc turned into a silver ring and fell on Terumi Mei's hand. Opening square bracket. Ring of Mist decorative version, as inheritance medium. Attribute trait. Construct. Mission. To create something out of nothing, in order to confuse the enemy and make it impossible to grasp the entity, the illusory phantom of family members. Inheritance object. Kuram. Tricks. Genjutsu, tangible illusion, defense mist. The moment she touched the ring, Terumi Mei felt that a string of messages had popped up in her mind.
This ring seems to be so powerful, however, she didn't really get it.
Advertisement. What he obtained, it could be said to be a pirated copy, was only the right to wear the ring, and the ring had brought a few abilities from a strong man named Kuram. Seeing this, Terumi Mei pondered for a while, and took the initiative to put the ring information in the Jinbang chat area.
Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Ring of Mist PJG. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Tsunade. Hey, how did you take the initiative? Let me see. Open black lens bracket Wisdom Hand Tobarama. There is something out of nothing? There is nothing out of nothing? Can the entity and the illusion be randomly transformed?
Onogi. The gold ranking reward is so big. Open black lens bracket Luo Sha. 5th Mizukage is 2 European. Close corner bracket. 4th generation I. Send troops. Our Hokage will dominate the ninja world. Close black lens bracket. Everyone. There is an honest man. Come and beat him.
Azabui. Really, I have the urge to change the ninja village now. Open black lens bracket Killer B. Big idiot, didn't you read the screenshots carefully? Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. Read it carefully. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. Uncle 4th Raikage, don't you see that this ring is just a medium for decoration and inheritance, and does not have the ability of a genuine product? 4th generation I. Too fast, don't care.
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Sasuke. Even the idiot Naruto understands it. I don't think there are people in the ninja world who can't understand it. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Kaguya. This ring is very strong, the power surpasses Yin Yang Tong, at Terumi Mei, is the original intention to me. People with, open black lens bracket black Zetsu. Mom, this ring is not real. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Kaguya. Otsutsuki Kaguya dives in an instant.
Everyone looked dumbfounded, but they didn't try to provoke the Lord of Zara.
Uchiha Ran patted his forehead. He didn't even know if Sasuke's face-slapping halo was triggered in this situation, or if Kaguya's silly white sweet halo was activated. 0 katakana middle dot 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 0. Or, together, open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. To give you a popular science about yin and yang, yin represents the power of the spirit, and yin escape technique can create form in the invisible. Yang represents the power of the body, the technique of yang style, it can inject life into the body, and the question of the two is on Myoji. Quote. As a warm man, Uchiha Ran appeared at the right time to divert his attention. Orochimaru, Maru. Understood, the Ring of Mist also has the power of reversal, and can also control illusions. Uchiha Ran. That's what it means, but unfortunately it's only a waste product. The real reward is some of the power of the physical medium of the Guardian of the Fog of Bengali X that comes with the ring, which is too poor. Quote.
Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Brother Ran really understands this ring. Advertisement, Uchiha Ran. You are afraid that I understand the power of this ring, follow me initiative to rhyme the screenshot information.
Terumi Mei. Yes, if this ring is true and its power is too strong, you will definitely reveal it. When the time comes, I will become the target of public criticism and suffer an innocent disaster. I might as well take the initiative to announce it.
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Full of decisions. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Please give me some compliments, so can you give me some popular science about what the Ring of Mist is all about? Uchiha Ran. Okay, it's not something worth withholding. Close black lens bracket.
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. The Ring of Pengali is the proof of the heir to the leader of the Pengali family, and it is also the evidence of the core members. Among them, the leader is matched with Dekong, and the remaining 6 are worn by the leader's supporters, which are called Ring Guardians. With a strong belief, the flame of death can be used to ignite the flames on the ring with a total of 7 attributes, which can be used to open weapons with 7 different attributes. The Penglay rings are all rings of transcendent a grade or above, which are extremely rare, and are also an important part of 73 inches, and are one of the forces that maintain the stability of the world. Uchiha Ran. The video content just played on the Golden List shows that the two parties are fighting over the ownership of the Ring of Mist and the identity of the Guardian of the Mist. Quote. Uchiha Ran. What you got is a few abilities inherited from Kulam, which is not bad, but my apprentice Yakumo can be compared to the saddle horse, so that's it. If the Six Paths skeleton's real body inheritance is powerful, it's better than the reincarnation Madara Lord is stronger. Quote. Uchiha Ran explained a wave. Everyone feels that they have learned again.
Does this 5th Hokage really know everything? Will he know about the Otsutsuki clan? On the moon, Kaguya has an unusual curiosity about Uchiha Ran. At this time, Jiraiya's voice sounded in all ears. Almost, it's time for me to mount Myoboku Toad Sage and perform for everyone. 39. This weird emphasis brought everyone's thoughts back.
At this time, the Big Pot found that the new lister has been announced.
It's Jiraiya who is on the list, and it's too directly connected.
Even the 1-minute waiting time has passed, and the reward for the list has already appeared on the gold list. 26th place. Toad Guang, one of the high rises of Miaomu, living in Mount Myoboku Hidden Village, a big purple toad with both offense and defense. 25th place. Toad Jien, one of the high-level members of Mount Myoboku, living in Mount Myoboku Hidden Village, good at using swordsmanship and agility.
Blood Pact. Jiraiya Summoning Beast Reward Selection. Transformation. Has the human body of a frog fairy, which can be practiced like a human.
2. Talent. Devouring, a special space is opened in the stomach, and all the ingested things can be refined and turned into nutrients for self-strengthening. Contractor rewards. Elementary 10,000 Realms Lucky Draw X2. Jiraiya took over and said expectantly. Hope to get a day at Campus World. Chapter 96 Otsutsuki is dreadful. Kaguya is shocked. This man is from another world.
Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Ninja World, Mount Myoboku.
The camera of the Jinbang live broadcast room came here, surrounded by smoke, and the environment was beautiful.
On a huge rocky mountain, stood a large purple-red toad holding a weapon in one hand and a shield in one hand, and beside it stood a large blue-green toad holding a long sword.
In the middle of the two toads stood Jiraiya, looking very small. This is the art of reverse summoning. Jinbang will also consider the actual situation, instead of summoning two huge summoning beasts to the side of the contractor, but instead summoning the contractor to the side of the summoning beast.
There is still a juxtaposition. 99. That's right, the Hachimaninu, who just succeeded Kakashi, are also on the list as a whole. There was a moment of surprise in Uchiha Ran's heart, but he quickly reacted.
Toad Wenta, Toad Guang, and Toad Jien are 3 brothers, among which Toad Wentai is also called Toad Boss. In Mount Myoboku, he is second only to the great Toad Sage Toad Maru, Fukasaku Shima, the 2 elders, and the very large Suyendai, Toad.
Toad Hero and Toad Ken are slightly worse, and it is completely understandable to be side by side.
Little junior brother, which option do you think I should let Jien and Guang choose? Jiraiya scratched his head and made a pose to the camera in the live broadcast room, trying to show his handsomeness of Toad Sage.
As for his question, it was clearly asking Uchiha Ran.
Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Jiraiya, don't you know how to read? This kind of thing has to be troublesome to die. Kun uses his brains. Jane, 947, is a straight idiot. Close black lens bracket.
Before Uchiha Ran could speak, Tsunade hurriedly scolded people through the golden list.
Jiraiya, I just feel that my younger brother is smarter. Maybe I can think of something I overlooked. Quote.
Open black lens bracket Tsunade. As far as these two options are concerned, what do you think is worth ignoring?
1. Transformation. Jinbang gave an explanation, is that the big toad can be transformed into a human, and like a human, it can cultivate, extract sage jutsu chara and become stronger. The transformed toad has a frog fairy body, as the name implies, it must be adapted to the toad's own fairy physique, which means that they can have a special physique comparable to Sage of 6 Paths once they are transformed, with exclusive talents. 2. Talent. Devour. Jinbang explained to the Hook that a special space was opened up in the stomach, and everything that was ingested could be refined and turned into nutrients to strengthen itself, which greatly increased the speed of the gap and increased the means of fighting the enemy.
This option actually corresponds to improving talent and accelerating it to become stronger. The district policeman is the former transformed into a human, the latter closer to the beast itself.
So what Toad Jien and Toad Hero really need to consider is whether they want to become human. Cough. Jiraiya smiled awkwardly. Isn't this a rare time to be on the list? Does he want to appear more often? Uchiha Ran. Brother Jiraiya, you just need to ask them if they want to transform into human beings. Quote.
Uchiha Ran gave a step. Jiraiya nodded solemnly, not laughing and laughing, but thinking about it seriously. He had to think about his 2 big partners. Advertisement.
At this time, an unexpected rhyme appeared. Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. Jiraiya, I recommend choosing one.
Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Asshole Orochimaru, you still dared to show up after killing the teacher.
Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. I just let the teacher at least die as honorable, don't really rot to the root.
Zang. What's wrong with the old man's roots? It's going to be black at this time. Sarutobi Hijuchi. Hidden. You dare to betray Konoha, the old man wants to kill you.
Tibetan. Old man, you can be a crooked person, and you still want me to take the blame and use me to clean up. Quote. Open black lens bracket Hisashi Sarutobi. At Orochimaru, I allow you to reincarnate me from rice soil, I don't care about you killing me, I just want to clean up this betrayal for Konoha with my own hands. Tibetan. Sarutobi, you are as insidious as ever, you don't forget to use me to wash your whites at this time, and you want to take the opportunity to reincarnate in the paddy soil, so you have a good plan. Open black lens bracket Hisashi Sarutobi. Whatever you say, I will never allow you to betray Konoha. Quote.
Zang. Just pretend. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. At Guansho Tobarama, second generation, is hiding resolved? Beautiful hand Tobarama. Watching him dance like this, the answer is obvious. Uchiha ran. I will revoke the Super S wanted order.
Open black lens bracket Kakuzu. What a pity, 100 million reward. Close black lens bracket. Fei Duan. You are not in charge, what a pity. Quote. Kakuzu. Public accounts and private accounts are different. Saying at Conan, I should repay the money I have with you. I want to invest and make a fortune with 5th Hokage. Quote. Conan. Give me a moment. Open black lens bracket Kakuzu. What do you mean? Closing square bracket.
Didera. The flowers are gone. Open black lens bracket Kakuzu. At Conan, really? Conan. At Uchiha ran. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. Yes? Conan.
Uchiha ran. At Kakuzu, I will give this money, a mere billion. Quote.
A billion. Mere? As expected of the chairman of the Kyushu Chamber of Commerce, he really has deep pockets.
Yuhihong. I also want to be worth 1 billion. Terumi Mei. If you give me this money, then the development of Wuin Village, Bilyu, I will definitely be able to catch up with the wedding date. Onogi. Black soil gives you a betrothal gift. No, can you pay the salary?
A group of people were misled by Uchiha Ran's tyrant behavior. Uchiha Ran chuckled inwardly and shook his head.
He would not use the money of the Kyushu Chamber of Commerce. When Naruto and the others went to the land of waves, he accepted Cardo's wealth by the way, which was far more than 1 billion.
Advertisement and that billion goes to Kakuzu, who will benefit him even more.
As for Conan, the detonating charms on Sister Nan will have the opportunity to improve and sell them in the future, which is far more than 1 billion. People in a billion can get it, why not? Jiraiya. Now you are chatting more and more crookedly, Orochimaru, you asked me to choose one, but I chose the second. Closing square bracket.
Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. If you choose one, I will go back to Konoha to atone.
Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Close black lens bracket. Cough cough. 99. Jiraiya sorted out her mood, smiled and asked Toad Jien and Toad Hero, what do you think about yourself? Are you going to die on the road of Toad becoming stronger, or become a person like me, so we can drink and drink together in the future? Completely.
Good guy, it's said to be asking, but this person is too obvious.
What? In Ninja Village, Orochimaru chuckled, everything is in the master. Jiraiya's pursuit of him was the last light in his dark heart. Damn it, but this time, Jiraiya is still a tool man. In fact, Uchiha Ran approached him not long ago for a detailed discussion, hoping that he would return to Konoha and join the newly established Wanji Scientific Research Department. In this research department, it is known that there is Tobarama, the master of forbidden arts, and Sasori, the master of human puppet making. In front of Uchiha Ran's various benefits, he agreed without hesitation. It's just an excuse to go back to the village, you need to think about it. Although he is one of the Sannin, his strength and reputation are on the line, but he has also been a rebel for so many years, and he also killed 3rd Hokage, so he can't just go. But if it is because of the request of Jiraiya, go back to atonement. It all stood up. Sure enough, it's a snake, so cunning. Uchiha Ran smiled and decided to help a little. Orochimaru is going to usher in redemption, and as Hokage, of course, he has to support it. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. The human body is the most similar to the Taoist body. In any world, it is the body that adheres to the laws of the world. The cultivation talent is unique. There are countless races in the heavens and the world. Ludu can be called a demon. After a certain period of immortal cultivation, the demon will choose to transform into a calamity. The stronger the talent, the later the transformation will be. But if you can get a special shape grass or a shape pill, you can change shape without side effects in advance and become stronger quickly. And the real name of the so-called fairy body is the innate body, martial arts version, the real fairy face that only picks the stars in the world before, but air. Uchiha Ran said a lot. With the knowledge level of ninjas who graduated from elementary school per capita, it is not very understandable to be honest.
But self-taught high-end intellectuals like Tobarama and Orochimaru, or generations of ninja Murakami and some experienced seniors, have all summed up the key. First, there are countless races in the heavens and the world, and among them, people have unique advantages in cultivation. Second, there is a monster clan, including all the ninja beasts including the 3 holy places, and they are just starting to practice, and sooner or later, these monsters will turn into people.
Third, the immortals of the ninja world and the real immortals are extremely powerful. Sage of Six Paths, is it better to say Six Paths Innate Ninja? Advertisement. This world is getting more and more interesting. Orochimaru's eyes filled with enquiry frenzy.
He had a hunch that following Uchiha Ran would be the most correct decision in his life.
Originally, I was curious about how species change, and I have the opportunity to study it in the future, but now it seems to be all trails.
However, come a little bit. At this time, more shocking than the people of the whole ninja world were the Otsutsuki Kaguya in the moon, and the Otsutsuki one who absorbed the small 10 tails chara in the different space to keep his body immortal. Kaguya was so shocked that she rolled her eyes. This man. How can this man know so many things? 99. There are some that I only vaguely heard about in the clan. Otsutsuki claims to be a god, and alchemy and swallowing become stronger, but on the way to cultivating immortals, he has just started. Yi Shi once said that this is just a sideshow. When the seal is broken, the concubine must have a chat with him. Maybe, he's from Otherworld? Kaguya's focus on Uchiha Ran went up a few notches again. And Otsutsuki's one-step style raised infinite fear. You actually know about the legendary 4.0 sense? My Otsutsuki clan only got a little bit of inheritance from the sky, and after the world was completely lost and closed, it rose through seeds and made a fortune. Cultivation of chi, cultivation of natural chara, foundation building, achievement of individual body, golden core, 6 paths level, nascent soul, master wedge, there is no way forward. This man, it's not easy. This seal blessing is over, it will be a while. Well, do you still want my advice? Jiraiya asked Toujien and Todhiro. The two toads immediately shook their heads. Although we are clumsy, we are not stupid. They make decisions. Jinbang put down the light. Under everyone's attention, the two big toads turned into big men with bright faces and burly stature. The weapons in their hands were also remodeled, and their skins turned into red, purple, and turquoise clothes. Seeing this, Jiraiya showed joy. But before he could speak, Fukasaku and Shima hurriedly jumped to ask, looking excited and asking with burning eyes, Ken, Hiro, how are you feeling? 99. What's changed? P.S. Shushin, this is to pave the way for the backseat of hundreds of chapters. There is a lot of difference between the left side and the right side. I won't mention it again in the next article, knowing that the power level is enough to qualify. Eat it with confidence, it will not collapse. Chapter 97 Jiraiya. Kaguya is a thing from heaven, and it is definitely not easy to be on campus, please customize. Previous chapter, next chapter advertisement Ninja World, Mount Myoboku. In front of everyone's eyes, two giant toads nearly 20 meters high were formed in this way. They were about 2 meters tall, burly and honest. Jinbang also offered a buy one get one free event, which turned the skins of two giant toads into custom clothes, and the weapons were also strengthened so that they could be freely stretched and reduced in size. This scene made many people feel that their 3 views were completely destroyed, and even wondered if they had fallen for genjutsu. But the slightly noisy inquiries of the two little toads pulled everyone's thoughts back. In an instant, the Jinbang chat channel became lively. Open black lens bracket Yang Nine Tails. He has really changed into an adult, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Yuki. Kurama, I don't know what you were thinking, and I don't know if our tailed beast is okay. Open black lens bracket Shozuru. If we can become human, we can get rid of Jinchuriki's fate completely, right? Sun Wukong. This is not the point. The point is that after becoming human, maybe we can cultivate and become stronger. Open black lens bracket Kakuyo. Got it. I want to become a human, close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Chome. We don't have sex police. Do we become intersex when we become human? Tailed beasts. Saiken. Really, you should retreat from the herd of beasts. Open black lens bracket Isauyu. The strongest atmosphere destroyer also served you. Yang Nine Tails. Sexual police can definitely be chosen. Open black lens bracket Shuhei. Stink Fox. Do you want to be a man or a woman? Open black lens bracket Yang Nine Tails. I know that Matabi must want to become a woman. As for me, I won't tell you. Open black lens bracket Yuki. I intend to be a man. Killer B is a good brother. Open black lens bracket Killer B. Hey, good brother. Close black lens bracket, Bai Ling. The concubine couldn't help but feel a little moved. Shin Shen Geo 3. This is completely different from turning into an adult. Jin Raiji. I'm starting to look forward to it. Toads turned into people, and the most excited were actually the tailed beasts. The strength has not changed over the years, and during this period, he was either sealed in the body of Jinchuriki, or on the way to being sealed. It is completely understandable that they want to transform into human beings. At that time, the strength can still grow by leaps and bounds. Following the tailed beast, there are some names that few people in the entire ninja world have heard of. Judging from their speech, it seems that they are not human. At this time, in the live broadcast room, advertisement. After all, the simple and honest Toad replied in a loud voice, Dad, my affinity for natural chara has been improved by more than 3 times, and I have all the attributes of chara. I have seen some ninjutsu used by Jiraiya before. And being able to become sage jutsu, in the end, you can switch the body state at any time. Fukasaku and Shima are a couple, but the big toads were not born to them, they were only raised by them. Out of respect, the more powerful toads at Mount Myoboku affectionately call them daddy and mother. You said that the perception of natural Zarira has tripled, Fukasaku asked with a trembling voice. He was shocked. Few people in the entire ninja world now know that in the past when ninjas did not appear, all things in the world were cultivated to naturally become stronger. And when Otsutsuki Kaguya comes, the future world will be transformed with Ari, and the natural chara in nature will be much thinner, and the ninja's hook has now increased the number of practitioners with the master's powerful power, and the threshold has become lower. But the number of true cultivators and powerhouses has become less and less. The main reason is that the natural chara has been greatly reduced, and the talent requirements for cultivators have become even higher. The reason why the three holy places can become the three holy places is that, apart from the immortals, who have master's natural chara cultivation method, the main reason is that the environment is unique, not only natural chara camps, but also easy to sense. But even so, the three holy places are far from developing as fast as human beings, because the ninja beast cultivation cycle is very long, and there are too few outstanding talents. Such as Toad Jien, Toad Guang, these big toads who can become the top of Mount Myoboku, their talents are outstanding in the entire Mount Myoboku. But now, after his transformation, his affinity for nature chara has actually tripled. This means that in the future, the speed at which they will become stronger will be tripled, and the speed of recovering Zara will be tripled in the future, and the power of mobilizing Zara to cast Sage Jutsu will also become stronger. Not to mention, you can learn to use human ninjutsu after you change shape. Dad, I'm about the same. Toad Guang agreed, and then added, and I feel that I still have talents that I haven't tapped. It's a talent that belongs to me and is a gift from the Frog Fairy's human body. 99. Fukasaku and Shima completely admired, there are too many benefits. They have a feeling that they are now afraid that they are not the opponents of Toad Jien and Toad Guang. In fact, not only them, Great Toad Sage, White Snake Immortal, Katsuyu Immortal are also very envious. The special police officer is Immortal Katsuyu. Her body grows a few brown rice, and she can only lie in the sacred bone forest at ordinary times. It is difficult to turn over. If it can be transformed. Little Jiraiya, hurry up and draw the lottery, let the gold list continue to announce the winners. Shima urged Jiraiya for a while. Toad Jien and Toad Guang can both make the list, so they must be no exception. Okay, then it's time to witness Ben Immortal's luck. 11. Jiraiya didn't procrastinate, and immediately shouted after agreeing. To collect the reward, I want to draw a lottery. Jinbang immediately shot a ray of light, turning it into a familiar Jinbang picture. The lottery area is still those 5. But this time, the district police officer has a second word in the lower right corner. This means that Jiraiya has 2 chances to draw. Advertisement. 1 draw first. Jiraiya said shortly after. The number of characters in the lower right corner of the turntable suddenly changed to 1, and at the same time, the pointer turned and stopped in the area of good or bad props. At this moment, a line of words suddenly appeared on the turntable. Gold list tip. Jiraiya, who is on the list, you have 2 chances to draw a lottery. You can proceed to the next step to draw a lottery first. If you don't have a favorite world or don't want to draw items, you can redo all the steps after a draw. Another golden tip. The meaning is easy to understand. Opportunities can be used on the same tile, or the same steps can be repeated several times. Then go ahead. Jiraiya made a decision. The contents of the carousel changed suddenly, and 5 world names appeared. A Thing from Heaven, Dating Battle, Digimon, Death Note, Sun on Campus. Uchiha Ran's eyes lit up when he saw this. Of these 5 options, the first 4 worlds are good. The props of the things that fell from the sky are likely to be those artificial angels. If Icarus can be drawn, not only will he have a naturally dumb, obedient, and powerful maid, but he will also have an additional combat robot with ground cleaning level combat power. Uchiha Ran is greedy anyway. Dating a big battle in the world is very likely to be closely related to those elves whose strength and beauty are in the ice layer, and the power brought by them is properly cage level. In the world of Digimon, who doesn't want to have a Digimon when there is a chance? In the world of Death Note, the most likely draw is the Death Note itself, and I don't know if it will have any special connection with Shinigami in this world. Last days at Campus World. Why is the rhythm rate in this world so high? Uchiha Ran was slightly surprised. Immediately after, he heard the voice of Jiraiya chanting words in the live broadcast room. In my eyes of the immortal Mount Myoboku, the best of the 5 worlds must be the day in the Campus World. Please bless me in the draw. Start, Uchiha Ran. I remember when Jiraiya said the same thing just after the Terumi May draw. Wouldn't this excellent product be unforgettable, causing Jinbang to judge that this was his wish, and then consider it to arrange his return? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Brother Jiraiya, how did you decide that the day is the best in the Campus World? Advertisement open black lens bracket Jiraiya. It's not that simple. As the name suggests, the things that fall from the sky probably refer to the world similar to the ninja world, because Otsutsuki Kaguya is also the things that fall from the sky, and the dating battle is probably the ordinary world. Immortals do not need, counting 947 yards baby world should be about children. Death Note I guess is a suspense world. Only this day is in the Campus World. The sun falls on the school. It is estimated that it is comparable to the teaching world drawn by 5th Mizukage. Close black lens bracket. Jiraiya had an expression of kaiju in her hand. After everyone heard his analysis, Liu Beo's expression was not clear. Tsunade even spoke on the gold list. Jiraiya, You're a little bit skilled in enduring like this. 93. 66 Taking Uchiha Ran's shrewdness, this time he almost failed to complain. Otsutsuki Kaguya is something from heaven? So the two worlds are similar? Well, this one is just a bit of a match if you hit Icarus. But dating a big battle world host talking about picking up girls, good guy, there's nothing wrong with it. But this bubble is not ordinary but powerful elves. Digimon talk about children, right? But F*K the strongest Digimon, sweep the tail beast. Death Note is a world of suspense. The battle of wits and courage seems to be in the situation of the pavilion. But if you write down your name in that note, you will die, you know? If it is these four worlds, the guesses are at least half right. What the hell is the sun falling on the city on campus? I've never been so speechless in my life. Uchiha Ran put his hand on his forehead. At this time, Jiraiya's first lottery results also came. Exactly the day in the campus world. Jiraiya widened her eyes in surprise and laughed. My hunch was not wrong. The world must not be easy. As his voice fell, a golden beam shot from the disc into his hand, turning it into a sharp, blood-stained hatchet. This hatchet is not simple at first glance. Tsunade's gambling has long been enough, and when he saw the result, he hurriedly asked. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Jiraiya, let the information out. Let's see what kind of artifact this hatchet is. Jiraiya. Uchiha Ran. Peeved. Chapter 98 Brother Cheng's hatchet. Every day on campus is a verb. Please customize. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement. Brother Cheng's hatchet. It came from the school world of Rizai, and it is not a weapon of Jachung. To be precise, this is a hatchet that killed Jachung. The knife is stained with Jachung's blood. It was originally an ordinary hatchet, but accidentally contaminated with the resentment of Wenji women towards scumbags, and the resentment of scumbags against scumbags, it has a special effect. Effect 1. When a woman slashes and kills a scumbag again, it is easy to be killed together. Effect 2. When a woman holds a hatchet, her combat power against scumbags is doubled. Effect 3. If a man holds this hatchet, he will be cursed, and he will not be able to approach a woman for life, otherwise his roots will be broken. Tsunade's idea, Jiraiya's idea, he thinks he must have drawn a good artifact. Mouth, but when he grasped the handle of the hatchet and read the information about the item, Jiraiya's face froze with a smile, and his whole body became numb as if struck by lightning. Seeing this scene through the live broadcast room, many people became puzzled. Could it be that the effect of the hatchet is so good that Jiraiya is so excited? Little Jiraiya, did you really hit the jackpot? Fukasaku jumped from Toad Ken's shoulders to Jiraiya's shoulders, rubbing his two frog palms to take over, as if he was about to play with the hatchet. Master Fukasaku, police officer, you can go around the police and touch this hatchet. Jiraiya said with a weeping voice. Oh, what's the matter? Shenzuo was stunned for a moment, and then said a little unhappily, Little Jiraiya, I didn't realize you were so stingy before. Shenzo thought that the hatchet was too good, and Jiraiya was unwilling to give it to him. After all, since the announcement of the blood successor list to the present, the rewards for those on the list have not been cut off, and no one will think that the hatchet can injure themselves. Fukasaku-sama, you misunderstood. 9. In this way, I immediately put the hatchet information on the Jinbang chat, you can see it. Jiraiya wanted to cry without tears. Originally, he wanted to deal with the hatchet secretly, but when Fukasaku came out like this, even if he found a reason to prevaricate it, it would be useless, and it would definitely be used as an excuse. Only the actual picture book can prove the reason. But then, he would be completely dead. The curse of the hatchet is that if a man touches it, he will never be able to approach a woman again, otherwise his young root will be cut off. Jiraiya is definitely a pure man. Now that he has caught the gap, can he no longer go to the custom shop to collect folklore, and can no longer go to collect materials? And this seems to be widely known. Sad reminder. Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Brother Cheng's hatchet picture. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. What's the situation with this hatchet? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. What is a scumbag? Close black lens bracket advertisement. Uchiha Ran. A scumbag is the kind of man who deceives a woman's feelings, gets a woman's body, and then abandons it to pursue another woman. In short, it is a man who deceives a woman's body. Yuhi Hong. It turns out that this is a scumbag, so damn it, it's a hatchet. Tsunade. This. I didn't know for a while whether this was a good reward. Temari. Increased knowledge. Onogi. Jiraiya, please observe a moment of silence. Beautiful hand Hashirama. Puff, is this a widow? Open black lens bracket Tobarama. I see, the day in the campus was originally a verb. Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. Long pose. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Jiraiya, is this your hunch? Close black lens bracket. #T. As Jiraiya expected, after everyone saw the hatchet, he died. In fact, Uchiha Ran has deliberately said seriously about the cognition of scumbags. But he didn't do it for himself, he didn't want Tsunade and they felt incomprehensible. The ninja world is not a modern world, and ninjas single-minded is a career choice, but there are not many ordinary people with 3 wives and 4 concubines. For example, there are many concubines in daimyo, and groups of sons and daughters. For example, those wealthy businessmen will marry as many as they are willing to, as long as they spend money to buy territory. There are 5 major countries and many small countries in the ninja world, with different national policies, etc., and from time to time, the times are chaotic, and the population is not large, so there is no need for restrictions. This idea is deeply ingrained in the hearts of every woman and man. For example, Jiraiya, a well-known color book in the ninja world, uses various materials and is a frequent visitor to the custom shop. Everyone knows that he is very interested, but he still pursues Tsunade. That is Tsunade, who has the identity of the Princess of the Land of Fire, is the granddaughter of first Hokage, and is also the Princess of the Land of Fire. Such a woman, a man who looks for a young lady every day, how dare you rush to pursue it? But this is the modern eye. For people in this era, men have the ability to do whatever they want. Ninjas are somewhat restrained, but when they are as strong as Jiraiya, they don't care too much about rules and regulations. If he can really pursue Tsunade, he may change his mind and stop spending money. But before that, it doesn't matter how you wave, it doesn't even affect saying, I love you, 99. But in modern times, if you are in love with 2 boats, you can expect a hatchet. And this, Tsunade, Terumi Mei, and Hong Yuhi can't understand, and even feel that women are making a fuss. So Uchiha Ran just deliberately exaggerated the definition of a scumbag, but to let them understand that a scumbag is simply deceiving the body and is not responsible after the deception. And he, Uchiha Ran, definitely doesn't fit the scumbag design. After all, he is the real Uchiha, fraternity, open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. At Jiraiya, don't panic, so far, the rewards given to those on the list are only good. Come to Yin people. Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Really? Are you sure? Advertisement open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Even if you don't believe me, you should believe in the reward, otherwise the gold medal rewarding you with a pure man with a broken sun root can be regarded as a reward? Jiraiya. Indeed, rewards may be good or bad, but it is impossible to give punishments under the guise of rewards. Jiraiya breathed a sigh of relief and agreed with Uchiha Ran's analysis. Then he waved the hatchet and hesitated. Then what should I do with this hatchet? After all, with the effect, it can also be used to deceive people. It is always a pity to throw it away or destroy it. This thing is still not good, Uchiha Ran thought to himself. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Destroy it. No one knows whether the Jinbang provides after-sales service. Hi. Jiraiya felt a chill in her lower body. Without the slightest hesitation, he threw the hatchet into the air, and then said to Tojien, can't you cast ninjutsu? Give it a try. Although I'm clumsy, I have no problem with ninjutsu. 99 Tojien nodded with a naive expression, and then quickly made a seal. Sage art, fire-style flaming bomb. Todian zips the ZHA type into oil, gathers it in the air and spit it out, and uses fire-style ninjutsu to help burn, and also adds sage jutsu chara. That's adding fuel to the fire while adding natural gas. Boom. A crimson flame with a diameter of more than 10 meters rolled out, containing the power to explode. This is a powerful fire style, and one that Jiraiya is very good at. In Sage mode, the scorching heat can even push back one of Pen's 6 paths. Brother Cheng's hatchet instantly turned to ashes in front of this high-temperature flame. Call. Uchiha Ran breathed a sigh of relief. At this time, Jiraiya patted her face and shouted, start the lottery all over again, ask me if the tool section is uncomfortable. It is really uncomfortable to ask. Lang is drawn to the daily world, although the items can be specially strengthened, but it is really not practical. The turntable returned to the first page, the familiar 5 tiles, the pointer turned, and finally stayed in the bloodline, talent, area. Following the color change of the content on the turntable, it became One Piece World Luffy Conquerors Hockey, Tiga World Dagu Super Ancient Gene, Shu Xian World Innate Thunder Spirit Body, Tianxing World Flame Spirit G, Fire Control, Attack on the Giant World Alan's Power of the Giants. After walking the way luck, Jiraiya finally did not continue to lose the emblem. The 5 things that can be drawn in the second lottery are all good things. Conqueror's Hockey is one of the 3 types of hockey in the One Piece world. It can be said to be a kind of king's qualification. It is the hockey of the chosen person who is succeeded by one person among millions of people. Unlike the armed hockey and observation hockey, it is innate, it can neither be acquired by training nor inherited, and it can only be determined by one's own destiny. And even though conquerors can be controlled freely, it cannot be strengthened by exercise, and can only be strengthened by the user's own growth. People with conqueror's hockey can intimidate, stun the enemy with their own spirit, without a fisherman, and can also make opponents much weaker than themselves to faint, but if the control is not good, it will make the people around them together involved. On the contrary, if hockey reaches the upper level, it can achieve the coercive effect. Luffy's version of Conqueror's Hockey, if you have it, it is equivalent to using the protagonist's fate. Needless to say, the super ancient gene of the ancient world of Tiga is the premise of transforming into light, or becoming a super ancient warrior, Ultraman. But there is no Ultraman stone statue in the ninja world, so it is very familiar to get this ability if you have the opportunity to go to the Ultraman world in the future, it will definitely be earned. After all, adult Ultraman, serious output is to destroy the star. The fire control ability of Tianxing World Yanlingji, the natural ability to control flames and not be hurt by flames, is also an excellent talent for ninjas in the ninja world. Advertisement Alan's giant power to attack the giant world can be said to have become a human-shaped tailed beast, but it is nothing in front of Susanoo, and the 5 rewards are the most accumulated. In the eyes of Uchiha Ran, the innate thunder spirit body in the world of immortals is the best, and it is different from the immortal body of the ninja world. This is estimated that the primary lottery can draw the best level of reward. I just don't know if Jiraiya will work from time to time. The evidence keeps turning, and finally stops at the ultra-ancient genes. A golden light fell from the golden list, enveloped Jiraiya and transformed his body. Why don't you feel anything? When the light disappeared, Jiraiya clenched her fist, feeling that nothing happened. Yo! The bell of Jinbang, Nuo Mo Jiao, rang again. This time on the list is Orochimaru, who is also a Sannin with Jiraiya. The art of summoning, the purple snake appeared. The live broadcast saw the camera also switch to his side. 24th. 10,000 snakes, the leader of the summoning snake clan, under the white snake immortal and the three elders, with purple stripes, huge size, fast-moving speed, and extremely strong attack power. Blood pact. Orochimaru seeing the news of the golden list, everyone was very indifferent. Orochimaru's 10,000 snakes, Jiraiya's Toad Bunta, Tsunade's Katsuyu, who have made great achievements in the Second Ninja World War, it can be said that the name, Sannin, is inseparable from these three super-capable summoning beasts. Jiraiya can be on the list with Toad Jien and Toad Wide, and Orochimaru will definitely be on the list with 10,000 snakes. Orochimaru and Wansha appeared in the live broadcast room. Orochimaru, if I can get good things from Jinbang, I don't need sacrifices this time. Wan, she said arrogantly. Orochimaru smiled and said nothing, but Kimimaro, who was behind Orochimaru, couldn't stand it and shot Wansha directly. The two sides fought. In less than a minute, the 10,000 snakes were nailed to the ground by Kimimaro with countless bones. People who watched this scene called out the good guy. Is it alright for the two who are on the list together to be disabled directly? At this time, the reward is now. Summoning Beast Reward Options. 1. Transformation 2. Talent Petrification. Anything that is irradiated by eyes can be petrified. Contractor Reward. Lottery, Chapter 99. Turtle Qigong. Dispatching Generals, Marine 6 Styles, Qigong, subscribe. Previous chapter. Next chapter advertisement. 1. I choose. The 10,000 snakes roared against the sky, and the voice was full of murderous intent. Even though his slender body was nailed to the ground by dozens of bones, he did not beg Orochimaru for mercy, nor did he release his summoning state and return to the Wetbone Forest. It is not only humans who watch the live broadcast, but all intelligent beings in the ninja world. In the Wetbone Forest, its bunch of younger brothers were watching the live broadcast. As the leader, it was so manipulated that it fled directly. How could it lead the team in the future? And if you leave, what if you don't get rewards from the gold list? He is waiting for the chance to come back. And now, the opportunity has come. A streak of golden light fell on the golden list, shrouding 10,000 snakes' body more than 20 meters long, and the injuries on its body were repaired at a speed that could not be detected by the naked eye. Then, its body began to shrink, and finally it turned into a feminine and handsome guy about 1.9 meters, with slender legs, wearing purple snakeskin short-sleeved shorts. If put into the modern world, this handsome guy will be surrounded by scouts and will be sought after by countless fans. But at this time, the man's narrow eyes contained boundless murderous aura, which made people shudder. This feeling, it turns out that naturally Chara is such a thing. All the snake escape arts that Orochimaru knows are all masters. Jia. Like Orochimaru, Wanshi stretched out her long tongue and licked it on her face, then stretched out her hand towards Kimimaro. Sage art, latent shadow snake hand. In an instant, Wan Snake's arms continued to transform into and separate into dozens of snake heads, and the snake heads instantly became larger, with the body appearing diligently, turning into a large snake whose body directly exceeded 1 meter, and biting towards Kimimaro overwhelmingly. This is an enhanced version of Orochimaru's lurking shadow multi-snake hand. The number of snakes increases, the body is larger, and the speed and strength are also improved in all directions. I don't know how to lift it, kill it. Orochimaru's face was 947 with a faint smile, but the words he said were like ice. Yes, Orochimaru-sama. Kimimaro ripped off his shirt and threw it away, then performed his ultimate move. Dance of the Early Fern, 99. In an instant, with Kimimaro at the center, in addition to the position of Orochimaru, countless sharpened bone hooks appeared, and this time, they continued to grow. This jungle area is filled with bone spurs, and all the trees and soil are occupied by thorny bones. The bones that emit silver radiance in the sun basically cover the entire ground, like a forest of bones. Hiss. Seeing this scene through the live broadcast room, many people were horrified. Advertisement to say that Kimimaro has cage-level strength. It is definitely not practical. There are 100 ways for a real cage-level powerhouse to kill him without injury, but that is in the case of not being approached. If you are caught in such a move, unless it is Uchiha Ran, a master flying thunder god, or a master who has a strong defense against ninjutsu, it is possible to survive, otherwise the game will be over. With this one move, he already has the ability to kill most cage-level powerhouses. Luo Sha. It's really a familiar sense of sight. Open black lens bracket Temari. Father, did you die by this trick? Luo Sha. That's right, Orochimaru asked me not to talk about the details, but it turned out that this Kimimaro was disguised, and he used this technique. Dead Bone Pulse's exclusive early fern dance, even though I controlled the gold dust defense for the first time, but still not much use. Gaara. Waste, I'm too embarrassed to say hook, and shame on a sand shinobi. Luosha. Gaara, are you just talking to your father like this? Gaara. I only have my mother, uncle, brother, sister, and Sanagakure, but not you, although I can understand you now. Open black lens bracket Luosha. Can you understand me? Open black lens bracket Konkuro. Father. Gaara has temporarily assumed the role of Fungying. When he reaches adulthood, if he does not make mistakes or find a more suitable candidate, he will officially succeed 5th generation. Luosha. Fungying. Gaara. Come on. Open black lens bracket myriad snakes. You bastard, Orochimaru, you wait for me. I must tear you to pieces and swallow them alive. Open black lens bracket Luosha. You stinky snake didn't die? Close black lens bracket, Wisdom Tobarama. The summoning state should be released at a critical moment. Toad Wentai. The stinky snake is still the same as always. Open black lens bracket Wand Snake. Do you want to die, stinky toad? Toad Wentai. Ha ha ha. A waste snake who can't even feel the natural Zara. If Shin Yutai was not punished by the white snake immortal, would you be worthy of becoming the snake leader and side by side with me? Wand Snake. Today is different from the past. I have successfully transformed into a body. I can also feel the natural chara, and I can use many Orochimaru methods, and I will kill you the next time I meet. Open black lens bracket Toad Wentai. Saying you are brainless is not a curse. You can be on the list, but I can't. Now you may not even be able to beat my 2 younger brothers. Toad Jien. Although I am clumsy, I have no problem fighting snakes. Toad Hero. I just took you to try the sword and cut you into 8 pieces. A group of ninja beasts quarreled directly across the screen. Orochimaru glanced at it, did not participate in the entry, but comforted Kimimaro. Kill next time. Yes, Orochimaru-sama. Kimimaro obeyed respectfully. Advertisement. Orochimaru nodded lightly, and then said to the golden list, receive the reward. Jinbang immediately shot a ray of light and turned it into a turntable. Start, Orochimaru said with burning eyes. The pointer immediately turned up, and finally stopped at the Gongfa, secret technique, tile. This is a tile that hasn't been touched yet. The thirst for knowledge in Orochimaru's heart instantly rose to an extreme. At this time, the content of the carousel changed and turned into 5 new tiles. 1. Dragon Ball World Turtle Qigong. Can use Zara to perform Turtle Qigong. The power is linked to the player's strength, and the 6 paths level can destroy the moon. 2. The world under the Celestial Master. The spirit is sent to the general, not complete. The master can ignore the will of the spirit and force it to obey and use it for himself. Idea. Whether it is undead or elves. And can ask the spirit to hurt the body. 3. The first world in the world. The great practice of absorbing Gong. 4. One Piece World Marine 6 styles. 6 moves of system. Iron Block, Paper Arts, Moonwalk, Tempest Kick, Finger Pistol. It is a physical technique that exceeds the limit of human physical ability. 5. Godslayer World Erika Alchemy, Magic Manipulating Steel Objects. Seeing these 5 rewards, Uchiha Ran sat up unconsciously. Tsunade kept his eyes on him and couldn't help asking, what are these rewards that Orochimaru can get? Although there are pros and cons, the whole thing is good, and the 5th one is the most stretched. Uchiha Ran nodded. In terms of world power, Dragon Ball is the most well-deserved number 1 among the 5 worlds. After all, there are a lot of Cosmos-level bosses. The second is the world of the Godslayer, destroying the star power. The first world in the world has the lowest power level. But only on these 5 rewards. Turtle Qigong is the ultimate move of Sun Wukong's earliest master in Dragon Ball World. When Wukong first participated in the world's number 1 martial arts meeting, Turtle Immortal used Turtle Qigong to destroy the moon, and his power was huge, but he couldn't keep up with Wukong's growth. Speed. If Orochimaru can be obtained, it is equivalent to Master having a tailed beast jade that can be manipulated and change output with its own strength. Orochimaru's skills are very large and strange, but lacking a nirvana, this turtle-style Qigong is really suitable. Retaining the spirit will be one of the 8 wonders of the world under the Heavenly Master. It is the pinnacle of the abilities of witches and shamans. The full version can eat the spirit, thus permanently gaining the ability, but it is not as strong as the summoning. This is the ability on the soul level, but it is very suitable for Orochimaru, but unfortunately it is not the full version. In Uchiha Ran's opinion, the most suitable method to ask Orochimaru is the practice of inhalation, because swallowing can improve his energy and spirit in all directions, which can make his physique stronger, and frequently perform the soul trauma caused by reincarnation. Needless to say, Marine 6 styles is extremely powerful. If you learn all of them, even devil fruit abilities will have the power to fight, and they are also highly practical. Advertisement not bad for Orochimaru. On the contrary, it was Erika's Murphy inheritance, which looked good, but in that world where trying to kill a god could become a demon king, it was nothing at all, and it didn't have much effect on Orochimaru. It's the arrest of the spirits. In the live broadcast room, the pointer of the turntable finally stopped at the world under the Heavenly Master. Uchiha Ran felt good. Orochimaru was very knowledgeable and talented in studying the soul. Because his hands were swallowed by Shinigami, he studied the sealing techniques of the Uzumaki family, and he found a way to get rid of the soul in Shinigami's stomach. Now that he has the ability to control the spirits, he can still increase his means in this regard, which is also a good thing for Konoha, and even more so for Uchiha Ran. Nice resort. Orochimaru also showed a satisfied smile when he received the message of the detained general. Yo! The golden bell rang again. The person on the list was a teenager, but now almost everyone in the ninja world knows him. It is Uzumaki Naruto, who has been restored as the son of 4th Hokage, after the hero. The art of summoning. Stereoscopic image. Uzumaki Naruto summons the hardworking Toad Bunta. 23rd place. Toad Wentai, one of the high-level leaders of Mount Myoboku, living in the hidden place of Mount Myoboku. There is an extremely powerful Sage Jutsu chakra in his body, and he can cast Sage Jutsu. Blood Pact. Uzumaki Naruto is Sanin's favorite summoning technique. Toad Bunta is stronger than 10,000 snakes, because it can not only perform body arts like Toad Ken and Toad Hero, but also absorb natural chakra and perform Sage Jutsu. The live room screen opens, and it comes to Mount Myoboku again. Toad Jien and Toad Guang stood behind a big toad. It was Toad Wentai. A puff of smoke got angry, and Naruto appeared on Toad Bunta's head. Shinigami Belly. Just after being beaten by Luosha, Hiru Sarutobi, who finally got a break, trembled. There is an ominous premonition. 99 Chapter 100 Naruto Draw. 5-9 Tails? The blood of the snake caused a sensation. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket. Uzumaki Kushina. Congratulations, my son is on the list again. Open black lens bracket. Namikaze Minato. Congrats son. Sarutobi hidden. Congratulations to Naruto. 1. Yanwan police target me again. Open black lens bracket. Uzumaki Naruto. Thank you mom and dad, thank you grandpa 3rd generation. Open black lens bracket. Namikaze Minato. Jiraiya, teacher, you specifically let Wenda choose Naruto? Close black lens bracket. There are not a lot of people who signed a contract to lead Mount Myoboku. Namikaze Minato has also signed it himself, and knows that summoning these toads depends on their chakra volume and whether the other party is willing to come again when they have time. In theory, these toads can be said to be the summoning beasts of everyone in the contract, but in reality they have a personal preference, and the seam they really recognize as the best master, or the only master. Yes. In the live broadcast room, Jiraiya picked Naruto's head, and said with guilt, I recently seriously investigated what happened to this child over the years. To be honest, I'm ashamed. I think there is also a part of my reason for this, and it is a small compensation for Wenda to choose Naruto. Except when Namikaze Minato just died, he returned to the village once, and then he has been wandering around the ninja world. Looking for Orochimaru, looking for Tsunade who refused to return to the village, looking for the child of destiny said by great Toad Sage, in order to write novels to convey his thoughts and guide peace, he has many things. Coupled with his resentment towards Sarutobi Hazan, he never passed through the village again. He also didn't expect Sarutobi Hazan to be so mad. In order to cultivate a tool to ask questions, he actually let 4th Hokage's son live a life of being looked down upon since he was a child. After learning about it, he regretted it. There was Naruto, there was Namikaze Minato, and there was Uzumaki Kushina. He is not a questioning teacher. During the entire 13 years, whenever he returned to the village once, even if he couldn't change Sarutobi's attitude towards Naruto and Naruto's identity in the village, at least he could take him with him and train him personally. He didn't take good care of Naruto. What pervy sage. How can my business have anything to do with you? Didn't grandpa 3rd generation say it? It's for the sake of the villagers and for the sake of dad. 33. As a hero's child, it's okay for me to suffer a little. 99. Look at it now, isn't it all good? Naruto came over to comfort Jiraiya with a sunny smile that developed his heart. This scene spread throughout the ninja world through the live broadcast room, which moved countless people. Obviously, he is the victim. As the son of Hokage, the son of a hero, and also a hero, he should have the most dazzling life, but he became an orphan and grew up suffering discrimination. Such a young man has no complaints, no anger, and no hatred. Some people should be ashamed. In Konoha village, many villagers who could only see but could not speak lowered their heads and felt guilty. Advertisement in the Raku ramen shop. The father and daughter smiled knowingly, happy for Naruto. Jiraiya turned her head away and touched her nose. He wants to cry. What a good kid. How did his teacher do it? All the bad things in the past, with this stinky rat, they can deceive themselves and think that Sarutobi Hizen is weak, submissive, and a mistake in decision-making. But Naruto's experience, Naruto's growth experience, Sarutobi Hiruzen is definitely not innocent. Orochimaru, I understand you a little bit, Jiraiya secretly said in her heart. The rotten teacher should really go to the ground with honor. Don't be late. Water, Minato, hit the clock today, and he'll beat him up again. In the sealed space, Gongzina wiped away her tears and roared at Namikaze Minato with red eyes. Namikaze Minato's expression was equally heavy, and he nodded without refusing. He returned to the Shinigami space and raised his fist. Sarubi Hiruzen, I knew it would be safe today. I'm wrong. I apologize. Can't I beg for mercy? Summoning beast reward options. 1. Transformation. Having the body of a frog fairy, can have the top talent of ordinary people, White Fang and Tobirama. 2. Talent. Become bigger and smaller. You can control your body to shrink and grow. There is no lower limit and upper limit. The specific effect depends on the master level and the amount of Charlie pull. Contractor's reward. 1 chance for the primary draw of Wanji. 1 minute passed in a blink of an eye in a brief exchange. Unexpectedly, Toad Wentai's reward option also has a transformation, which may become a popular option for all summoning beasts in the future, and their big wish. But maybe because of the high ranking, Toad Wentai Washing also comes with other talents, although it is only the top of ordinary people, but it is also very remarkable. As for talent becoming bigger and smaller, this is definitely an ability that all beasts, no, even men want to learn. Toad Manda wanted both options, but Nei could only choose one. Without hesitation, he shouted, "I choose one." In the blink of an eye, it turned into a burly man similar to Toad Jian and Toad Guang. He was middle-aged and looked very stable. Even his clothes and Zaishan's pipe were reduced in proportion, and he seemed to be able to return to his original state. Thorn. Toad Bunta took out the sword and tried the feel, and nodded with satisfaction. I feel that the sage jutsu chara stored in the body is being integrated into every cell, and the body of the frog fairy is constantly getting stronger, but when you want to use it, you can extract it at any time, and the affinity has improved. The comprehension of swordsmanship is also. Okay, I have another admiral from Mount Myoboku. Shima shouted happily. Although his voice was a little noisy, it was not too annoying. After waiting for Toad Wen to be too stinky for a while, Naruto continued, "I want to draw a lottery." The dial appears, the pointer turns, and finally stays in the pet area. This time, all 5 areas of the turntable have been turned. In the pet bar, Uzumaki Naruto is the first to open. Advertisement with the chance of summoning beasts on the list. I have to say that I have a different kind of joy. The carousel information changes. 1. 9 Tails. 2. Luo Kingdom 9 Tails Fox 3. Yu-Gi-Oh! Card 9 Tails Fox. 4. Yokai Hotel is in business Ginji, 9 Tails Fox. 5. Soul of the Great Ape 9 Tails Fox pet objects are all 9 Tails Foxes, just pair with 5 different worlds. Of these 5 worlds, Uchiha Ran only knows the first 4. The first one is a 9 Tails that the anime version of Shaoji encounters while traveling in the Chengdu area. It has survived for a difficult year. Grandmaster Genjutsu and superpowers are not comparable to general commanders who use fire-type tricks. The second is the game. The 9 Tails Fox is only an intermediate stage, and it can continue to evolve. The 9 Tails Fox of the third Yu-Gi-Oh! World is a card, which can be summoned under certain conditions. It is an undead race, but Naruto should be able to have a pet, not a card. The fourth is the open world of the Yokai Hotel, which tells the story of a female college student, Suba Kikui, who gained the power of her deceased grandfather to see monsters. Centennial Inn, Tenjinya. The confused Kwai was told that her grandfather owed a huge debt, and that she had agreed to marry her into the ghost and the big boss as collateral for the loan. Because Kwai was unwilling to obey, why did she refuse the marriage and tell the monsters they declared that they would work in Tenjinya to pay off their debts? Genji is a lucky fox known as Tenjinya, a 9 Tails fox who is a small boss. He has straight facial features, smooth ways of doing things, strong workability, and perfect in every aspect. He is deployed everywhere. Special police officers are good at the art of change, and can transform into 9 appearances according to the needs. 0. For flowers. 0 Uchiha Ran also said which one is better if not working. But it's useless to know, the lottery depends on luck. And Naruto's luck is obviously not bad enough. Eventually, the pointer stopped at 4. A golden light descended, handsome in appearance and straight features. Yinji with 9 tails appeared in front of Naruto, bowed slightly and said, "Yinji has seen the little master." As he spoke, he put on a gentle smile. At the moment of crossing over, all the information had already appeared in his mind. The golden list is far more powerful than the gods of his world. And the follower Uzumaki Naruto is an obligation and an opportunity. Hello. Naruto was taken aback by Genji. The charm of the 9 Tails Fox is very difficult, even the same sex can easily be tricked. The golden bell rang. Stereoscopic effects emerge. This time on the list is Sasuke, the reincarnation of Indra who fell in love with Naruto. The art of summoning, advertisement image Sasuke uses the technique of summoning, and a red long snake appears hooked. 22nd place. Shin Ya, living in the hidden place of Longdi Cave, is a one-eyed snake with reverse scales deep in the lair of the most violent snake group in Longdi Cave, with a very violent personality. Even the white snake immortal can't take it. The snakes living in the Dragon Earth Cave hate it, and no one wants to approach it. There is an extremely powerful Sage Jutsu Chara in its body. It is huge in size but quite agile in movement, and its attack power is extremely fast. 0 Blood Pact. Uchiha Sasuke. The screen of the live broadcast room change, and the path change. Sasuke's figure is hooked on Shinya's head. Roar. Shinya roared. Quiet. Everyone saw Uchiha Ran's figure appearing out of thin air, and with just 2 words, the violent blood-colored snake crawls to the ground and stops moving. Flying Thunder God's art. 5 words flashed through many people's minds. Obviously, Uchiha Ran is escorting Uchiha Sasuke. But why? Isn't it bad for Uchiha Ran to get the rewards by himself? Let Uchiha Ran answer it himself, of course that's fine. However, compared to Shinya, he values Uchiha Itachi, who has now secretly joined Hokage Anbu as a squad leader. To sell Itachi a face, let Sasuke contract Shinya. Of course, the main reason is that Uchiha Ran is bound to win the top 10 places in the first place, so the 20 or so places are not too tempting. Anyway, Sasuke will be his tool person in the future. Right should be an investment, and to solve Shinya, Uchiha Itachi talked with Orochimaru himself, and then he worked diligently to solve it, and he just paid attention. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Kushina. Naruto, how about the 9-tails fox you drew? Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. Mom, this 9-tails fox doesn't have any attacking methods, but he can cook, organize chores, and clean up. He also has the property of attracting money. It is easy to make money when he becomes his master. Open black lens bracket Kakuzu. Oh, is this fox hook rented? Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. Ah, the property of attracting wealth is useful to the owner, but it is useless to rent it out. Open black lens bracket Kakuzu. What a pity. Close black lens bracket, Uzumaki Shinkuna. Well, this time the lottery reward is good. This silver time can take care of your life instead of your mother. You have to be nice to others. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. Don't worry, Mom, the chat channel is still stuck on Naruto's reward discussion, but it ends soon. In the congratulations from Uchiha Makoto and the others, Sasuke and Shinya ushered in a lottery draw. Summoning Beast Reward Options 1. Transformation, One-Eyed Recovery, Master Talent 10,000 Snakes Eaten. Both eyes shooting hooks with real eyes, can make the opponent in Genjutsu feel like being bitten by snakes. 2. Blood of the Fire Serpent. After taking it, there is a 30% chance of transforming into a dragon, the incredible ability of the master.